Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cash Game World Championship hosted by Coin Poker. I'm your host, Johan Merlo, and tonight we're joined by legends of content, somebody who I've really come to enjoy a lot of the videos of on the YouTube. It's Mr. BenaBadBeat. How are you doing, sir?
Very good, mate. How you going on?
All good, all good. Yeah, it's nice to have you. And
Thanks. Yeah, it's good to be back finally.
yeah, no, great. I've been keeping up with your videos here and there. Love that you're doing, a ton of collabs. I think you did Gadzi, Uri, and Clanty. So basically, like all the best people. Really enjoyed that.
I think at the moment we're quite lucky with like different content creators making videos. I'm actually mainly talking about people like Clancy and Yuri at the moment because they're giving insane value for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, you are as well. It's been really nice.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I feel like mine's a bit different because I'm not necessarily trying to teach people how to be better at poker. I'm trying to just like show them some spicy hands and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, well, that's part of it. I don't know. I feel like if you're not trying to teach people, then you're failing. Because I do think there is always some stuff to pick up from your videos.
Yeah, fair. True.
Okay, so I've got the leaderboard on the stream, and I would love to go over it. I would love to go over it with you. And yeah, what do you think? This is day 6, right? So we started Monday at midnight. It's Saturday right now. We're almost into Sunday in 28 minutes. And DavyJones, he was doing really well after a few days. Kind of fell. Kevin had a huge upswing. Kevin Paquet currently in second place, and then DavyJones in the last update had a huge upswing himself. Obviously, it's not a ton of hands, but yeah. Anything that's
this is just classic DavyJones, really. DavyJones is just one of those players that I would always want to take as like one of my top picks. He's just been battling everyone for years and years and years and just crushing souls for such a long time. I think, yeah. I mean, he's rated very highly, but I still feel like he's underrated, to be honest with you. He's insane, like truly insane.
And how about the sample? This always comes up like it's only 4,000 hands, 6.5. From what sample do you think the numbers start having a little bit more meaning?
Unfortunately, I've got to just be honest. I think that like doesn't really matter how many hands are played in this challenge. I think it's going to be variance is going to take a massive be a massive part of like the reason someone wins. But what I would say is that like you still will have the same guys at the top every single time, and outside of this challenge, all of these guys are always at the top. So like it's sick that like we can get like this sense of like who's the best like in this short period, but like in my eyes they're just all like insanely good players. I think they probably have to play like, oh man, like genuinely probably like 1,000,000 hands.
I was worried you might say.
I'm not even joking when I say that. Yeah, because like of no rake, 1,000,000 hands, you're probably getting a good sense of who truly is the best. I don't know. What do people think in chat? Like, is that a blow up? 1,000,000 hands.
Yeah, I think it does make sense. Yeah, obviously it's hard to think of a realistic scenario where that would happen, right? Because there's so many different games going on, and like the Cash Game World Championship is only for not even 1 month. It's 4 weeks. So yeah, it's just a little bit under a month.
Yeah. But I'm seeing a few people in this list that I respect a lot. 464, he hasn't been playing much poker. He's one of our guys in our friendship group. Friends with Linus and friends with Marcus, Make Boyfriend, and those guys. He hasn't been playing as much poker recently, and he's firing, which is very good to see. Really cool.
Owen initially was down a little bit, and then he's been, upswinging, and now he's in a decent spot. I mean, obviously, if we compare with first place, it might seem like he's way behind, but in terms of position in the leaderboard, he's pretty high up there.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is that these guys are playing, as we know, like 3- and 4-handed a lot of the time. So, like, the difference between, Owen and Davy is like, what, 16 buy-ins? Like, people are having 15 buy-in sessions on the regular, I think. So, like, I think this can change very, very, very quickly, as we already know.
Yeah. And Lama, good to see him in there. In the last Cash Game or something, I can actually bring up the the
Do you want
screenshot.
can you share your screen with me on Discord so I'm not slightly behind? Is that okay?
Yeah, I
From
can.
watching the stream, I think there might be a slight delay between you showing me something and me seeing it.
Okay, sometimes I have a glitch where like the sound bugs. We can try. If it does, I'll have to cut. Let me see.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I can continue to look at this.
Okay, yeah, and I think the delay should be like very minimal.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay, so I'm showing the screenshot now on the stream of the last Cash Game World Championship like final result, and I guess we can talk about this briefly first too. In terms of volume, the two players that finished this Cash Game World Championship with the most volume, the first one was Rick Deck and Kevin Paquet, who respectively finished in 2nd and 5th place. So it seemed like in that one, volume somehow, worked out for them, and they didn't end up doing bad or anything because they were playing like too much. And then I just wanted to go over that because it's going to be, you'll see, it's going to be relevant once we go over the other leaderboard. And Lama ended up, unfortunately, at the very bottom. And that's what I was alluding to, is that now we see him this time around return, maybe with a revenge, or at least showing up stronger, and so far being up. Obviously, it's early still, but it's good to see him up there, right?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. And like the sick thing is that some of the guys at the bottom of this list are like regarded like legit mega beasts. I'm thinking someone like T. Duthweiler, like Dud. He's like more of a similar player to DavyJones in their kind of like approach. Their approach is kind of very like, let's just say very exploitative. And I think that like I'm hoping to see in the hands on some of the hands I've already seen as well. Like they're so outlandish, and I'm almost like a little bit nervous to even comment on them because like they're so crazy. Some of the hands that they're playing, like it's so hard to kind of make assessments on like how well they're playing or not.
Yeah,
because of the meta.
Yeah. It's again, for me, like I don't play high stakes. I wasn't super familiar with some of those names initially when going into the first Cash Game World. So I just kind of have this like, to go off the results from the first one and now how they're doing in the second one, and what people are telling me. And like someone like Matt Marinelli as well is like a name that came up that's really respected, and he didn't do well in the first one, and now again seems like he's struggling a little bit to win this one. So it does seem like, with this volume and with this level of competition, pretty much anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Such good content, not knowing what's going to happen, and like seeing like so rare you get to see all of the best players battling each other like all day, every day. It's just insane.
Joe Adams actually was leading. I think it was after day 2 or 3. I think he had like maybe 40 or 60K. I think it was 60K.
Yeah.
And then now falling a little.
Yeah, he's actually below 4 bands below V as well. So I played a lot with Joe on other sites as well. He hopped in last time, I believe, to the challenge, right?
Yeah.
How did he do? Sorry, last time? Maybe just show me. I didn't see it.
Yeah. He ended towards the bottom. Also, we see him minus 111K in EV, and actually he ran bad too.
Yeah, it's tough.
He lost 4 more binds.
Yeah. It looks like he really kind of like prefers to play these challenges when they're running, and then doesn't really play them outside of those times, which is like a good strategy. I see someone's asking me in the chat, Slums, he says, why am I not participating? And I would love to participate, but the idea of like it being very normal to have a 200K swing is like just not that appealing to get my name into this pool. And also the quality of the players is so high. But I would say if I was going to jump into this pool, I would jump in week 4. I wouldn't jump in now when everyone's hungry and fired up. I think the last week will be the highest EV, or should I say I'll lose the least money in the last week.
That's very interesting, because most people, they do the opposite. They jump in early, they see like maybe they can do well, like get some momentum, and then they decide from there if they keep on playing or not. You have the that's the first time I've heard someone say this.
Well, I just don't have maybe this is a lack of confidence for no good reason. Oh, actually no, I think it is founded lack of confidence. If I jump into this pool and like my objective is to play for 4 weeks, then I know I'm going to have a 200K swing, which I don't want. And also I give everyone an opportunity to already figure how I'm playing early on. And I don't think I'm going to be able to adjust as well as most of these guys. Whereas in the last week, people are going to be fatigued, I would imagine. and people are going to be chasing like the win, and they're going to be like it's going to be a lot more chasing going on, a lot more forcing action. I think like being a bit more calm and zen in the last week could probably give you a bit of an edge, but who knows.
So you're like the guy at the casino, everybody's been playing all night at 6 a.m. and then you just show up like freshly rested and showered.
Yeah, I'm the guy that's walking around with my quarters for the slot machine after everyone's bailed out at the end of the night. Trying to hit that win.
Sounds good. All right, let's go down the list a bit. We had Kahan, only 113 hands. Luca Brat is Chris Nguyen, way under EV. Yeah, that sucks.
Above EV, no?
No, left side is EV. Right side is the actual result, I believe.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, of course.
So he's not running too hot. Asian Flushy returning?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Luca Brett, he's very used to big swings. High variance style. Got a lot of time for him.
You know what happened to him last Cash Game World Championship?
Nope.
He played first week, and then he went to Bahamas and he shipped 2.1 million in the in the 2025. So after this, he didn't play anymore.
Sometimes you don't need to earn money when you've earned 2.1 mil.
Yeah, that was pretty good, obviously. Youssef also back. He did play a little bit in the first Cash Game World Championship, showing up with a little bit of volume. Dunkaroos,
yeah,
do you know him?
Good. I really like. I really like Yusuf Ahmed. I chat to him quite a lot in my Discord as well. Dunkaroos, I'm not sure who that is.
Okay, wait. I have a document. Let me open it real quick.
I'm sure I know the name. I just can't remember who they are on like other sites.
So Dunkaroos is Mick Bill.
Oh yeah, of course. I know Meatbill. Yeah. I haven't played a huge amount with Meatbill. I played with him a little bit on ACR, but I haven't played with him for quite a while.
Yeah. Hey, it's funny you mentioned your Discord. I'm actually in there. I joined a while back.
I saw, yeah.
I like it for the most part, but this bozo Srirashi needs to relax, I don't know if you caught that, but
yeah. To be honest with you, like sadly in the poker space, like you just very often get clashings of personality, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like it's hard to maintain control of a zoo, so to speak.
I love that.
Animals are running wild sometimes.
Yes, I'm one of them too. I don't mind admitting.
It's all good. We all are.
So one more thing, the anti games haven't been running at all, except when it's scheduled in advance, and actually a couple MTT players hopped in there. And one of them is, I think it's Tony Romo, which is Chris Brewer.
Yep.
And then Trackmaniac as well, which is Bowie Effects.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Andy Wilson.
I mean, I'm not super familiar with these MTT guys, but I think at least Bowie is part of Bit B with pads. I think.
Yeah.
I'd be super interested to see how these guys do actually.
Yeah, but they only played the anti-table so far, which
I know, but
didn't happen much.
It's cool to see because they are like anti-specialists, right? And like a lot of these cash games guys are as well now, but like it's really cool to see like a crossover between the two formats.
I think I can guess your answer, but cash game, 100 big blinds, anti-tables. Who's favored, MTT or cash game players? Don't hold back.
I would say cash game players are still favorite, simply because I think let's say when the cash game starts, everyone's at 100 big blinds, and even at 100 big blinds, the cash game guys I would say have small edge over the NTT guys. But as the game gets deeper, the edge for the cash game guys increases. And like if the game was to get shallower, then obviously the edge will probably shift more towards the MTT guys. But there's just no world where auto top up is happening that the edge for the NTT guys gets less and less and less and less over time, I would say. These cash game guys, they're so used to playing 200 to 800 big blinds deep, which, just doesn't happen in MTT. So I think them.
Makes sense. We're at the bottom of the leaderboards. I mean, I'm like a complete scrub, so my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's good to hear your opinion, though.
Yeah, I
guess that, like...
I don't know. I feel like cash games players will be favored, but maybe pre-flop. intuitively, would it make sense to think that MTT players will be able to really hold their own?
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right actually in that sense for sure.
Oh snap!
Because MTT players do play ante like early on in the tournament when they're like loads of big blinds deep, but like they don't need to study those earlier formats as much because that isn't where the money is made. So
Yeah.
I don't think they care more about when they're like 40 big blinds deep, right? I think because that's where all the money is.
Yeah, I mean, no rake and ante has to be. Yeah, it's pretty much. Is it like GPV? Is it the same ranges they would open like 100 big blinds deep in an MTT, or is there some difference?
I actually don't know. I don't play MTTs. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be similar. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I brought up earlier the volume, right, of
Mm.
two of the players that finished top 5, Kevin and Rigged, in the first challenge. But that's why I'm getting some flashbacks of what happened with Stefan in the Mystex Championship here, because the two players with the most volume this time, Rigged and Linus, are at the absolute bottom of this leaderboard. So anything to make of this? Just is it just variance? Like too early to tell?
I mean, yeah, Linus is my GOAT. Linus is the best player in the world, in my opinion, and I don't think it's even close. And I think when Linus is losing, it doesn't matter. And he could lose 500,000 in this challenge, and I would still have put my money on his EV being the highest from this challenge in the offset.
Yeah.
But like Rig Deck, I have no idea about like how he's been playing more recently.
Okay.
So I on Rig Deck I couldn't really comment, but I know that Rig Deck is a volume lord, and he's like so addicted to the game and like addicted to the battle that like he could easily bounce back just as much as Linus could. I'd be very surprised if Linus finished like bottom of the overall leaderboard over 4 weeks, but variance is a mean mistress sometimes, so who knows?
Yeah. We've had some blasphemy in the chats. A couple of viewers during I think it was earlier today, saying that Linus was washed. Well, what do you make of this?
Yeah, I mean, well, guys have been saying Linus has been washed like many times over the years. Like when he played Stefan heads up in a challenge, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. And then he played versus Berry Sweets as well, which was like the PLO and Hold'em mix as well. But still, you ask anyone in the high stakes realm, they all say Linus is the best. So let's just not forget that chat pros are usually guys that can't beat 100NL. So screw you guys. Linus is the boy. We love Linus.
Yeah, hope to see a turnaround. I mean, it's very feasible. We've seen some crazy swings. Like in one day, he might be back in the green already. So
yeah, genuinely. And you know that he is not the guy to lie down and just accept and take it. And I know for a fact that in this particular pool, Linus will like, it's not like he's playing heads up versus like insanely like high, like someone like Berry Sweets. I don't know if you ever followed the challenge that he played with Berry Sweets, who's like he's like the best PLO player in the world, or like insane PLO player.
Yeah, a little bit from afar.
Yeah, whereas in this pool, this is like Linus's bread and butter, these games. Like short-handed, 6-max, Hold'em versus like the players he's played for years and years and years. So I just would never imagine in any sense he's going to feel like he's not on top. So yeah, I'd have confidence in that for sure.
Again, I feel like it's important to always reiterate this when we go over this. It's still early in the challenge. It's day 6, closing out in 10 minutes. But if you look at the bottom of the leaderboard, it's kind of crazy. We've got Rig, Linus, and then Matt Marinelli, Decky, Pepe Bergomi, and then above that, Munez and Chile. Like, does looking at this make you want to play even less in the challenge?
Definitely makes me want to play less. But also it kind of fills me with confidence because like perhaps I just like run top 5% and I just win. That's basically what I'd hope for.
Yeah. Overbet turn asks, when are the games starting? There's actually no games right now. There is like 3 tables with 1 person seating. So if they fill up, we'll watch games live. But
there's no games running at all right now.
No,
unbelievable bad beat.
Yeah, they broke. So yeah, we had the leaderboard to go over, and I have a bunch of hands in the replayer. There was I believe a 3-handed table running earlier. So maybe we can go over some of these hands.
Yeah, all the high stakes guys didn't want to get roasted by us. So they sat out.
I think it's just kind of random when people play, you know? Like if you if you get 6 players, then you'll have 3-4 tables run very comfortably. You add 2 more players, then you have like way more tables. But now somehow there was just 3, so it was leaning more towards, you know, the game's not going to break rather than some people are going to join for some reason. It's a bit random.
It is weird though, because it's Saturday night, right? So like I would have thought games would be running. Have they been busier in the week?
Yeah. Again, it's completely like, so initially, compared to the previous Cash Game World Championship, Linus was playing super early in the first few days. He was playing like 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. or something. And then sometimes even earlier. Sometimes even earlier. It was really strange. I was like, and for me, like going into this, because I did so many late night streams in the previous championship, I was like, oh, I need to adjust my sleep schedule. So I'll wake up in the afternoon. And then I'm there, and it's like, oh my God, I have to wake up in the morning. So then I change my sleep schedule, but then it's like, I can't find guests in the afternoon. And also the games run, and then they break on it. So I'm like, so now I'm kind of having to like switch back into the night. So I'm not sure. It's just really random, I think, at this point.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Okay, just about the leaderboard, anything else you feel worth mentioning?
I mean, I guess the only thing I would say is that like when you look at this list, and when you look at the bottom of this list and the top of this list, you're always going to be, well, let's just say the bottom, you're always going to be surprised by the players you see, because they're always going to be good, you know?
Yeah.
There are just too many good players on this list not to have people you'd be surprised at for getting smoked at the bottom of the list. And like, and the same goes for the top. But yeah.
Did you have any personal dark horse in this that you think could do well and maybe people don't expect them to necessarily?
Question. Could you scroll up the list again? Let me have a little look at the rest of the players.
Scrolling.
A few seconds behind you, so it hasn't started scrolling yet.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yusuf Ahmed definitely is somebody who I think could do very well in this challenge.
Do you know if he plans on playing a good amount more volume?
I don't actually, no. Yeah. I don't. To be honest with you, 464 probably would be my number 1 pick outside of, like legit, Davy would probably be like number 2, Linus would be number 1, and then maybe 464 would be number 3.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then I think Yusuf, thing is with Yusuf is he probably won't play a lot of volume, as you just asked. So I don't know if he would ever win it.
464 is Daryl Go, right?
Yes, correct.
And he, in the previous championship, what did he finish? 18th with 3.5k hands, 18k in EV, and actually ran bad 3 binds on the EV, so he lost 1 bind. But not.
Daryl is one of those players that not many people. Someone says such BitB bias. There's a reason BitB is the best stable though around, and that is because they're all goats. But you are right. I am friends with the BitB guys, so maybe I'm just biased. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But I was going to say, a lot of people, like, probably if you ask like the average like poker fan, they might not know the name 464 or Daryl Go, but like he's one of those guys that kind of flies under the radar and has always dominated. So that's why he'd be my dark horse.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? If he ends up doing really well, I'll mention that you were the one to predict that was going to happen.
He has to play first. We'll see.
When doing like we're going to go into some hands. Should I hide like? Usually, what I did is like I started from the beginning, and like you don't know what they had. But I was thinking about it earlier today, and then I suggested it to the 2 guys we had on the call this afternoon, which was Sakram and CMX. And I was like, what about if we pick one of the players and then I reveal his hands? And then we kind of go through the motions like with his point of view. And they suggested that out of the 2, it should be maybe the person defending. So we did like the guy who we either called a raise or called a 3-bets and went through the motions on his POV. Did you want to do that?
Sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you want. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. And then we'll try and guess the other person's hand, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so first, wait, I have to see. Remember the suits and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure I get it right. Yeah, this actually looks like it was a heads up. Okay. And the hand is Sorry. Wrestling with the replayer. So Blue has 7-3 of spades. All right, replayer.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Hand up, yeah.
I'll wait until you see. Did you check both streams, by the way, like YouTube and Twitch, see if one of them has less delay?
Let me load both.
There's a chance one of them has a bit less.
Yeah, Twitch is much faster.
Yeah. Usually I think it's like that.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All right, so Blue has 7-3 suited, I believe. Linus, it's heads up. I don't know why. Maybe Lama was sat out or something. Linus.
Okay, I'll go, just disclaimer: I'm absolutely awful at heads up, so I'm just gonna see what I can do.
No worries. Linus opens 2.5x. Blue calls King, Queen, Jack, 2 spades. Blue checks, and Linus goes spots. They're 121 effective behind this.
Yep, seems good.
If you have a flush draw here, how does it work? Like, which one are you gonna want to raise? Is it like pair plus flush draw plus straight draw?
In heads up, I'm not 100% sure, but I think generally speaking, you're going to be raising your higher flush draws more than your lower ones. But I think all of your flush draws are going to mix. But versus pot, your raising frequency is so incredibly low anyway. So I think you probably end up just calling your flush draws mostly.
He does call. 8 of hearts on the turn, bring in another flush draw. And Linus fires not pots this time, less. If you're facing this, if you have the 7-3 suited here, well, what are you thinking is like, what does this line mean?
Linus is obviously repping super strong, going pot on the flop and then betting 2/3 on the turn, telling you that you need to be continuing with very good hands. It is interesting that Linus decides to go 2/3 pot on the turn. I imagine this just means that he's building around like a reasonable to strong king plus, like king 10 plus, or maybe even like a king X of spades potentially. I think in Blue's shoes here, in 6-max, this is definitely just a fold, and heads up, I'm not 100% sure. I imagine it's meant to just be a pure fold, but this is just going to be one of those spots where people are going to raise their flush draws on the turn, like a decent amount. Genuinely, I'm exposed because of heads up, so I don't know. I would imagine it's going to be a pure fold though, because when you're calling the turn with flush draws, you probably need to A, be able to improve and also have implied odds, and B, also not be bluffed off your hand enough of the time. And I don't think those two things line up in this spot. Like, we check call and showdown for nothing on the river versus Linus's give ups, and also when we hit our flush, we don't necessarily get value bets from Linus's king X's. So I just don't think the equity is there. I think we just want to check fold the turn, but he's probably going to fold. He's probably going to raise it. Let's be honest.
Does the profile here matter of the player that does this? Like, now, were you talking about versus Linus, or more like from a theoretical standpoint? And then what would you do against different profiles?
More of a theoretical perspective. But what I got to say about Linus is, a kind of a well-known thing about Linus is that he's always had like a very high flop c-bet and a very low turn c-bet, meaning that he has like a very well-protected turn check-back range. Usually when you have guys who are like betting a lot on the flop and then not much on the turn, it's because they aren't finding the appropriate bluffs. It's very easy to find like range bets or big bets on flops because like it's pretty well studied. But once you start trying to like find these kind of like unintuitive turn barrels, it means that your frequency generally falls quite low, and that's usually quite a big leak. Whereas Linus has done it intentionally, and he has like a very, very well structured turn check back range. So versus him on the turn versus bet, I don't know where that leaves you in terms of like whether or not he's kind of like, he's just not going to be super imbalanced in this spot, in the sense that I don't think in this very normal pot bet flop and then 2/3 turn that Linus is going to be easily exploited. So I don't think there's an exploit to be had as Blue out of position with 7-3 of spades. But I don't play Linus, so I don't know, and perhaps there is.
And say like, so this hand happens, elsewhere, and you're against like an overly aggro player.
Yeah.
And I'm legitimately curious, actually. Then how would you proceed here on the turn?
I would pure fold turn with 7-3 of spades. Your visibility is just too poor over aggregate rivers. Yes, you may get paid on flushes, But like generally speak, like probably a better example, let's say the board was like, this is big blind versus button in a kind of a 6-max spot, let's say. And let's say the board is like rainbow and a little bit more disconnected. I'm all for check calling turn with like open enders and that kind of thing. But here, when the board is super dynamic, and bluffs are less intuitive to be followed through on for imposition, I would ordinarily just err on the side of continuing much stronger on the turn. And for what it's worth, I think this is like a theory punt on the turn to call 7-3 of spades. So you only deviate from theory when you think there is an exploit to be had. And when you're versus a super aggressive opponent and you've got 7 high, like everything is working against you. So I don't see like a world where you can kind of justify continuing the turn. You could raise though, but on this board, it's not a board I particularly want to raise turn with.
So W calls. And
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure.
We go to a river of a 7 of hearts. He checks, and Linus checks back. The holdings, 7-3 of spades against ace-9 of suits. Somehow he wins. River rat.
Yeah, so he thinks he's got some pair outs. I mean, obviously, like in. By the way, I want to also just continue to reiterate. It may be in theory, heads up, this does call the turn, but in 6-max it doesn't. I know that much.
Yeah.
I think Linus's give up is fine here. I think he's basically saying that he's got like other hands to choose from, namely maybe ace heart deuce, and then maybe even like ace diamond deuce of hearts. Perhaps he thinks that these are way better bluffs here. And maybe the 9 of hearts, like in some way, blocks some folds or something like that. So he doesn't want to follow this through. It looks to me like he probably would be over bluffing this spot massively if he bet this hand. He's got like 10-6 offsuit with a heart, for example, like so many other combos he can choose from. So it seems like, well, I imagine Linus gives up correctly, you know.
Does he have showdown value? Not really, right? By the time he gets on the river, I assume it's like...
Well, he does, because Doblu's check called the turn with a 7 high flush draw. So therefore, if he calls a 7 high flush draw on the turn, he probably calls a 9 high flush draw or a 5 high flush draw. Or
that's true.
A worse ace high flush draw, you know? So just a 9 plays here.
Imagine it's not a 7 on the river. Actually, I wonder Doblu's plan here on like different rivers. Obviously, he has spades. Let's say he like completely misses. Let's say like river is like a deuce of diamonds. Do you think he has any leads, or like what's the plan here exactly? I really struggle with this type of hand where you have a draw out of position. Yeah. Even earlier you mentioned like, oh, I wouldn't mind calling with an open ender or something like this, but it's like every time I'm in this position, I'm like, I'm just inclined to fold because I wouldn't even know what to do on most rivers if I don't hit, and you're not gonna hit a lot.
You are, yeah. You're meant again at 6-max. You are meant to fold these hands. But let's say the river's a deuce of diamonds. So like the way you should be thinking about this is that like the only times you get to donk or lead out is when the card improves your range. So when Linus pots the flop and then bets 2/3 on the tone, he's in what we call a fast play node, which means that he's in a situation where he is telling you that he has an advantage in every sense, in equity and EV. Meaning he has like all the good hands here. He has sets, he has 2 pairs, he has good flush draws, he has straights. So then when a deuce of diamond comes on the river, his advantage is still retained. The only time where you end up leading is when there is an equity or an EV shift back in the caller's like corner or advantage, let's just say. So in this situation, perhaps like, I mean, this is a different board because like there aren't many rivers that really change the board, because like Linus can have the flush draws and the straight draws that Doblu can have. But like for argument's sake, let's just say like a jack of clubs on the river. Doblu may have more jacks in this situation because Linus probably isn't going to be betting a hand like ace jack on the turn, for example. So if Doblu then overtakes some of Linus's hands, but also still doesn't have the nut advantage, meaning like the boats and the straights and that kind of thing, then perhaps Doblu can then start leading like some of his range for like some sizing. So perhaps he on a jack of clubs, he can lead, I don't know, 25% of his range for 1/3 pot or 1/2 pot or something like that. But generally speaking on bricks, like you don't ever get to lead out because your advantage is like it's too disadvantageous for you. That's why I don't like the call on the turn with the 7-3 of spades, because you lose to bluffs and there are just not enough rivers that you're going to get to lead out on that's going to kind of give you an advantage back. So yeah, that would be my approach.
Okay, everything makes a lot of sense. All right, nice hand to start with.
Yeah, please no more heads up hands. I don't know what I'm doing with these.
Okay, let me see. Let me see what I can find.
I'm just guessing. Does anyone know if that heads up strategy was correct or was I waffling? Gonna get the YouTube chat up as well so I can see it in case anyone knows.
I'll let you know if somebody. Yeah, I have both easily open. Okay, let me see what's happened. A limped hand, blind versus blinds. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay, do we do the limper or the limper is Linus? The guy that checked back his big blind is Llama. Which one you want to do? Which POV?
I don't mind. Whatever you want.
All right, let's do Linus since we're both Linus fanboys.
Yeah, we are.
So Linus has King of Spades, 10 of Clubs. Bring up. Oh no! I messed up.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't. It's not on my screen yet, so I'm looking
okay,
away.
Yeah, look away.
I'm looking away. Let me know when it's up because I'm not looking.
Okay, give it like 3 more seconds. Oh my god. Okay, you can look. You don't see Llama's cards, right?
Nope, can't see anything.
Okay. Nice.
All
right, so Linus limps with a King 10 of suits. Is it? I mean, I don't really like. I just play like raise or fold, so I would open this. How does it work here with the limping?
I also play raise or fold, but limping is definitely a thing. I don't use limping because I don't think there's enough EV for me to gain from learning that strategy. But if I'm playing no rake or ante, I would 100% be limping. Otherwise, you are sacking a lot of money. So I imagine Linus is just playing a mixed strategy of raising, limp calling, and limp raising, and obviously maybe a bit of limp folding as well. But I just don't think he's folding much in the small blind. So yeah, a lot of limps.
By the way, Yolan Cohen wanted to join and hang out. You good with him breaking down?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
for sure.
So I'll invite him now. I don't know when he will join, and then it's gonna call again. It creates like a new call basically. I think.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, calling.
Yo.
All right, welcome back. Okay, he'll join whenever is ready.
Yeah,
Just wanted to add him ready. Okay, so check back by Llama, and then we head to 10-9 deuce, and now we have.
Hey, Yolan.
I'm good. I was hearing the stream. That's why.
Hey, what's up, Yolan?
Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah, all good. How's it going?
Oh, cool. Oh, all good. What about you?
All good, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, there is not many games running, but we're just going over some hands from the replayer. If we run out of hands, maybe you can share some of yours. And
of course.
Hey, Yolan. Yeah, good, mate. Actually, this limp pot, apparently, like, we were talking about it, and we both thought that you should be commenting on this one, because you're a limp pot specialist, and I'm not, so I think we should
Let's go. If it's not heads up, I'm here. If it's heads up, I'm not commenting.
It's 3-way.
I just had to do a heads up hand. I'm like guessing. Twitch chat, by the way, I just want to say, is probably saying that you should fold 7-3 of spades on the turn, so maybe I am a heads up knowledge player.
Godlike. Yolan, do you have the stream open?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going through the POV of one of the players, not revealing both whole cards from the start. And in this case, Linus has King 10 of suits. He limps, Llama checks back, and we head to 10-9 deuce. I guess to begin, what can you share about just limping, having a limping strategy versus not? Like, what's the point exactly? Is it just playing closer to what's supposed to be pure theory?
Right, like in a reg environment, if you don't limp, it's fine. But in a non-reg, it's mandatory for you to have limp. And in anti-game, you basically limp like close to all your range. You fold 15% and limp like you only open like 15% basically. So you need to limp. But in lower stakes, just open or fold for the best. Yeah.
And then, so how do you construct that range exactly? Like, is King 10 one of those hands that will mix? How do you balance everything?
You have some hands that pure open, like the suited region Broadway, mostly pure open, and you're basically gonna have like in your limping range, depending on the rake or not, all the like weaker holdings will be pure limping. And after you just limp your raise with a mix between merge ends and polar ends. So if you have like Jack 9, you can limp your raise. You have Ace 5 off, you can limp your raise. 10 9s, 8 9 8s also. A6 suited is a good limp your raise. It's basically what should be the strategy, I think.
And what about all the pairs?
Should mix. Yeah. Should mix.
Hannes in the chat asked, do you think limp full range loses EV?
A little bit, yes. I run some sims and in non-rake environment, if you limp, you actually lose a bit. But it depends, like, if your opponent know if you limp or if he doesn't know. Because if he doesn't know, then you don't lose any money from the end that are close between limping and not. And if he knows, yeah, you're actually losing money. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Linus in this spot, he has king 10 of suits. We're on 10-9 deuce. Then how does this type of boards work here? And then with his hand specifically, then how do you game plan here around this? Yolan, maybe you can go first. Since
I don't know to start.
You're the limping king.
Yeah, you're the limping king.
I think you can mix between 3/4 and check mostly. Holy half is fine, but you cannot range bet and you cannot range check. So the 2i card makes it better for you overall. So you just have to have a betting strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is Sealam is going to be isolating like a lot of very low, terrible offsuit hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I played yesterday against Silama, and I think on like 8 occurrence, he like literally ISO all the time. I didn't play a single import of position, like just ISO all the
really?
time. It's funny. Yeah, it was actually funny. And yeah, that's true. He has to ISO like a bunch of high-low hands and trash stuff. Yeah.
So in this hand, Linus min bets 1 big blind, Lama calls, and we head to a 8 of hearts turn. Bena, you're the turn king. What's going on here?
Interesting. I think Linus retains like the better hands here, to be honest with you. I think there's like a relative symmetry in maybe like 2-pair combos around the 8, 9, 10. But I do think Linus is going to have more of like the Queen Jacks, Jack 7 suiteds, maybe even like the 7, 6 offsuits as well. And I think Seal Lama is going to have a bunch of like 1 pair and overcard combos. I just don't think Linus is going to be range betting the flop here either. And then Linus does retain like the top end as well, like overpairs, ace 10, king 10, queen 10 suited, all these kind of hands. So I think he does okay on this turn. He probably does get to bet. Yeah, I think he actually just gets to bet a decent amount of his range on this turn. I don't think it's a particularly good card for Seal Lama.
Yolan, anything to add?
Yeah, I agree. I think the 8 is probably one of the worst cards for Linus, actually, because it condenses big blinds to all the high equity range. So I do believe you don't do much betting, but you're not range checking. That will be my guess. But I think if you simplify by range checking, you should not lose much. The only thing is that you clearly have the Queen Jack advantage, so it's not a texture where, for example, if it's 8, 7, 6, all 3 cards connected, then it's going to be a better board for big blind, simply because it's going to have more straights. But overall here you have more top pairs and you more straight. So yeah, as Bena said, it's you need to mix between bet and check for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Probably sizing is probably like around half pot, something like that.
Sounds good.
Look at that. A bit more than half, but close. Linus firing 288 into 400. And Lama makes the call. How many raises then would you expect in this spot? And then what would raise for Lama against this bet size and like this whole line?
Probably going to be 2-pair plus, but then it's going to be like a bunch of hands like Jack X of clubs, Queen X of clubs, maybe some 7X of clubs, maybe even like a like a jack deuce maybe. Like I think it's going to be fairly intuitive hands. I don't think he's ever going to just be like punting some kind of like ace club 3 or anything like that. And then obviously it's going to be like some 2 pairs and some straights as well.
Would something like a open-ender plus a pair want to raise or call more here in his shoes?
I personally think those hands are going to want to be calling more on the turn here. Maybe like a jack 8 might want to do it on occasion, but like I think Linus's wealth of queen jack here like really disincentivizes you to raising much on the turn as Seal Llama here.
Okay. So yeah, we do get a call, and then 10 on the river. And can we even establish who has more 10s here in a limp pot? Yolan, what do you think?
What's the river? Because I cannot see on the stream.
It's a 10 of diamonds.
Make sure you have
okay.
Twitch stream open, by the way, Yolan. It's a little bit faster.
Oh, it's on Twitch also. Okay.
Yeah. I'll send. Do you want me to link you?
Oh yeah, will be perfect. Thanks.
Thank you, Ben.
I guess we just mix between pre-quarter and lock, maybe. I'm not sure about what's the strat on this river. Because you have hands that wants to put a lot of money in the pot, but at the same time, like Seal Llama has like close to all the 10x, especially the disconnected one. So at the same time, I feel it's probably a spot where you have a very small region of big bets, especially the one blocking the 10, and you have a region that just block, because if when you have Queen Jack, you bet freak spot, for example, you're mostly gonna bet by 10x. But in this case, it doesn't make sense to bet this size, because when you block 10x raise, so maybe a spot where you actually mostly block. Let's have like a big size, like or something.
Yeah, I because like it's difficult here, because like to say we want to build around Queen Jack is like a bit of a risky approach, because like not only have we limped pre-flop when we're probably mixing some raise with Queen Jack, we don't necessarily always bet the flop, we don't always necessarily bet the turn, so like they're probably like really reduced combos as it is. I think you're right, the 10 is just so clearly better for Seal Llama because he just has like 10-4 suited, like I mean Linus probably does as well, but doesn't necessarily play this line as much. So I think like block 2/3 is probably going to be the sizing scheme here. It is interesting what you want to do with Queen Jack though. I think block 3-bet probably does better. Also, we're deep as hell. I didn't really notice this.
I think in general, when you have the nuts in this post, like you're not gonna play in a like fully specific way, except like if you have very specific blocker combinatories, like if you completely unblock the calls, for example. But I think Queen Jack will like very often mix between 2 or 3 options, just because if you never have Queen Jack in one specific spot, then it can be like easier for Seal Llama to play.
Sure. Hannah says that Queen Jack is a pure limp pre-flop potentially. So I don't know if that's true, but I would have assumed it would mix raise and limp call, but I don't know.
Can check, but I think most people will mix. You know.
Linus goes for half here. Is that surprising at all, or I thought that's what people do on my stakes. Every time I see a 50%, you know.
I think it's
half is
good.
Yeah, I mean it's just gonna have to be fine. Like this is not too different to any. I mean the EV of these sizes is probably going to be completely fine. He's basically just saying that like there's a portion of his value range that is like too small for half and maybe too big for 3/4, and this is the sizing he wants to choose. Perhaps this is even his like small sizing here, because he's basically telling us now that like he hasn't bet the turn with a 9. He's bet the turn with some 10s. He's bet this turn with some overpairs, and he's bet the turn with some straights. And he's deciding that, yeah, the 10 probably is better for Seal Llama, but like his combos, like overpairs, are still worth this sizing. And if he goes small, he feels like he's hemorrhaging too much with this sizing. So perhaps this is just his small sizing.
And the final showdown, we see that Llama had 9-3 offsuit. So bluff catching the river.
Done. Linus sizing his hand like a whale. Just gets there. Half bot trips.
Do you think Do you think if Linus sizes up, there's a chance Llama starts folding more with a hand like this, or here it didn't matter?
No, I think he has a pretty good bluff catcher. I think the 3 is a really nice unblocker
Yeah, I
here.
agree, yeah.
9 definitely blocks some value. I think he probably just calls like most sizes on the river here, not containing a jack, a 7, a queen. Yeah, I think it's probably just very, very appropriate to call this hand.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, all of that from a lamp pot, eh?
Maybe, Johan, I don't know how you can find the end, but I played the most interesting limp bot my entire life, like 2 days ago. So maybe if you want to do another one, that can be interesting.
Can you send me like a screenshot of it?
I'll try to find. On Coin Poker, when can I see the ends?
Yeah, you have to wait. So on the software, you have like in top right, you have like an envelope. It's like a message thing.
Yes.
You click on it, and then you just write like, "Can you please send me all my hands in the last week?" And then it might take some time, but they're gonna send the hands to you, and then you can export them. And
Okay, but we're probably not gonna have them.
well, I mean, we're gonna be here for a little bit, so there's a chance if they send it soon, you can get it.
Okay. Well, if I find a screenshot, I'll send it.
Yeah, all good. Okay, let me find another hands. I'm trying to take hands with that at least that like some sort of betting. Okay, this did. So wait, it's a raise 3 bets. So we'll focus on Llama, and he has. Actually, I think it's a bit glitched. I have to go to the end of the hands. Oh no, okay, so we cannot because it didn't go to showdown for him. So I guess we'll focus on Bill Blue there.
Yolan, are you going to be playing more?
Yeah, but like every time I'm awake, there is no game, so it's a little bit weird situation now. I think they mostly play like US time, so on the night Europe there's no game. But the only times there were a game today was when I was playing already Squid Game on PUBG, so I couldn't play. I think the situation there is right now, I mean, that's my theory, is that top 2 players don't really have much incentive to play. I'm not saying they don't want to play just to have top plays, but usually the top players don't have much incentives. And Linus is probably last, so he's playing all the time, and maybe people don't want to play much when Linus is around. So that will be my guess. But yeah, it's surprisingly low volume today.
Do you think that people are really caring about like them? Do you think they're metagaming this? I just don't see how. I'm not sure people like Davy or Linus or even like Joe Adams or Barack or whatever. I feel like they're there for the glory, and they care more about the battle for no rake than they do about winning the championship. Do you think that people care more about winning the championship than that?
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, when I see tables and there is like Linus, Davy, Sinama, for example, and also tables, the tables are full, and this one is only 3 indeed. That actually happens a lot. So I think some people will like table select a little bit, which I include myself in, honestly. And some people will have also like just not care, like W or Sinama, for example.
Yeah.
How can you explain that? What do you think about it, Johan, by the way? Why there is literally no volume right now?
I don't know. I feel like the first time the Cash Game World Championship happened, it was like an interesting time, right? Because there was no high stakes happening anywhere. So the hype maybe amongst players to be able to play somewhere, especially with no rake, was like way more. Here, interestingly enough, there is, I think, more entries already 1 week in than in the previous Cash Game World Championship. There is more players that have played, but maybe some of them planned on playing low volume. It's hard to tell. It's strong competition, and like some of the best guys, Linus and Davy, they are at the tables a lot of hours. So I think we would have to quiz the players to really know. I really don't know personally.
Maybe it's just because 10K is high. I think a lot of people play 2K, 5K, and the swings at 10K they can be quite high. So maybe it can be a thing, but I think most people will play the 10K, like Silama, Linus, W, Chris, Daniel, a lot of people, but there might be some people competing for where they don't compete because it's easier to high, or they don't want to like lost the 20, 30, 40 buy-ins you're gonna have if you play a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy high stakes, right? And also crypto's dumping, so no one wants to play.
Yeah, that's an issue. Yeah.
Maybe
Do you have a
people
lot of crypto?
maybe people check the leaderboard and they saw Linus dead last and they said, "Hell no! If this guy can't beat this game, I'm out."
Nah, everyone wants to have a jab at Linus while he's down, though, right? They want to try and win a couple blinds from him.
That would be funny. It's like in basketball, they start talking trash. You've lost it, man. Probably a bad idea. All right, let's see. This hand here. So Lama opens 3x in a small blind. Linus folded on the button, yeah. W, ace king of spades in the big blind. He 3-bets to 9 big blinds. How deep are we? Yeah, pretty much 100 big blinds. Ace king of spades. We head to king 9-5. And my personal super simplified strategy is that I would bet third pots after a 3-bet like super often, like nearly all the time. But you guys knowing how to actually play this game, how do you actually decide here what sizing you go for, and how do you break down your range, Bena?
Well, you have to remember that when you're blind v blind, you're 3-betting very polarized. So like you're 3-betting hands like 10-5 suited, like 10-4 suited, Jack-4 suited, Jack-3 suited. So like generally speaking, as like a rule of thumb in blind v blind 3-bet pots, you're using half pot more than like any other sizing. And you're basically never betting range on any board. Like you might bet like high frequency on some boards, but like this particular board, you're probably betting like half your range for half pot, or 40% pot here is the sizing that's being used. And you're just like basically being appreciative of the fact that when you have all of these junk hands, you just naturally do have hands that, and so when you have junk hands and the small blind has like quite a condensed good range of like pocket pairs, suited connectors, ace 10, ace queen, ace jack, etc., king queen, king jack, you're just being respectful to the fact that they have all of these hands and you have a load of shit in your range. So you just need to be cautious with your betting frequency.
Okay, I like that. I'll still bet 1/3 though, because it's easier. All right, so he bets 720, gets called.
If I ever play you, I'm going to be check raising you every single time you do this.
Yeah, but no, you told me, so I can be ready. No, I can't. I'm too bad. Deuce of spades on the turn. Lama checks. And this time, W bets 2,300. Is this just to size enough? Like, if I see this, if I'm Lama and I see this, I feel like this guy is representing very strong, but I'm thinking he's just trying to, jam by the river, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is that a correct assumption?
That's the story that. Yeah, that is the right assumption insofar that like the value range from W here wants to go 2/3 pot, because at this point, after he has not range bet the flop, he's telling you that he has like a reasonable strong king X here. So you're always kind of thinking about your bet sizing based on what your strong, this part of your value range wants to do, or what the wealth of your value range wants to do. So yeah, he is setting up stacks because he's allowed to, because he's betting good hands like King X plus. But then obviously he's going to have hands just like random, like as I said, like 10-4, 10-6, Jack 3, and those kind of combos as well. Not even necessarily of hearts, by the way, just random ones.
Okay. Yolan, is there any hand here in the small blind that, if you look at this board, you're kind of in pain and have a hard time making a decision whether you want to call or fold?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe some. I mean, you have some hands that hesitate with check raise for sure. I think a hand like King Queen will probably be close to pure jam, and you have hands like, I guess some like pocket pair should be indifferent. I don't know, yeah. That should be my guess. Because otherwise you have like either easy call, easy fold. I feel there are not that many hands at all.
Why would King Queen be a pure jam for protection?
You play for 100 deep, but it's just that you beat too many hands, especially on the board where he should probably bet queens at super high frequency on the turn, or with some pocket jacks. So even if you bet this sizing on the flop on king board, so yeah, I think it will mostly be a raise.
And
yeah, I agree.
How do you play? How do you play draws here? Let's say like you have some sort of like suited ace of hearts. Then would you have check raise flop already for sure? Or are there instances where like you might have check called and then now on the turn it's like you're in an awkward spot? Bena.
I think, sorry, so you're asking what you're going to do as out of position when you have flush draws?
Yeah.
I think when you have like the combo draws, you're probably, so the way I would approach this spot personally is I would like check shove turn with like ace 3 of hearts, ace 4 of hearts. The goal here is like you can actually make them fold some better hands, some better ace highs that they're bluffing with, like a hand like, I don't know, like ace 10 or ace jack offsuit with a heart, for example. Obviously not with the ace of hearts, with the jack of hearts. And then I'd probably call hands like ace deuce of hearts, ace 5 of hearts. 6-5 of hearts is kind of interesting. I probably would call. I think it does really well in the check call line and then allowing imposition to bluff on some of your outs on the river and also give up a bunch of combos as well. And then if I have a hand like queen 10 of hearts, jack 10 of hearts, intuitively, I think in theory, those are mixes between call and shove on the turn. Because like you block bluffs from like the ace 10, ace jack, as I said, but you also retain equity quite well in the check call line as well. So what I'm saying is I'm never folding like some kind of combo draw or an ace high flush draw on the turn. I'm continuing all of them. Because bear in mind, because imposition is going to be bluffing like as I said, some random like jack 3 of clubs, for example, you kind of want to allow these hands to bluff on your outs on the river as well.
Okay. And yeah, we see a folds. An ace king of spades, the hand. As played, you're content with the sizings that W chose?
Definitely. I think their line is just pure for what it's worth. Even though I said on the flop, like you're going to be checking, let's say like some percentage of your range, 40, 50% or whatever. Ace king is just going to be one of those hands that I would bucket into a pure bet every single time for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, let me see what else I find.
Stuck in Micro says, will we see Ben in the next Mid-States Cash Game World Cup? Potentially. I'm really hoping that it's going to be 1KNL. If it was 1KNL, I would definitely commit to the whole month of playing. I think it'd be really fun.
500 too low for you, sir?
Honestly, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think the competition will be really tough, because I think it will be. But like for a whole month out of the year of playing poker, when EV on like other sites is quite high, I think that if it was 1K, it'd be really justifiable. I'd really get into it, I think.
Okay, I found another hand. Actually, this is like the similar situation as earlier, but it's not limped. It's not a limp pot. This time Linus opens 3x, blind versus blind. And Lama calls. And Linus has pocket eights. And we heads to ace, 8, deuce, rainbow. So he fires quarter pot here. Like, I'm guessing, like, you know, on this type of board, he's gonna c-bet range a lot for small. So is it that simple, or is the fact that it's blind versus blind, like how does the game plan ever change, if ever? Bena, it's not a limp pot. This is for you.
No, I got Yolan. Maybe we should take it in turns, because
okay, sure.
Yolan can do this one.
Yolan?
Yeah.
So you're talking about the flop strat here?
Yeah, the fact that if it's a flop like this, ace, 8, deuce, rainbow, I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of like range small bets. But then does the fact that it's blind versus blind, change anything in the overall game plan going into the later streets or the whole hand?
Well, you check more out of position for obviously because in average the equity you have and the position you have out of position is lower than in position, obviously. You can also like do some simplification. I never bet a board since maybe 2023. I just check monetary and just small blind any boards, except like some boards where I actually lose a little bit too much. But the EV you lose by range checking if the opponent plays perfectly is less than 1% on money boards. So I like to mix. I know a lot of people likes to bet. It's fine as well.
Okay.
I think you gain some EV by learning the game better in some branch that other people didn't study fully. So I like sometimes to basically do simplification so I can just after on turns and rivers adapt my strategy a little bit. Yeah.
And we
Maybe
see
Lama can. Oh, he joined. I was about to say he can join because I messaged in the chat.
What up?
what's up. How's it going, sir?
It's good. It's good. Good. Davy's running fucking hot. Jesus fucking Christ. What?
That's crazy. Did he play today?
I haven't seen him. I mean, geez Louise. Every time I sit with the fucker, he's just like has like 400, 500 big blind stacks.
Yeah. He has 50 blinds per 100 winnings. That's crazy. and he's even running bad. Like his EV1 is higher than the winnings.
He's winning at 50 big blinds per 100 in EV.
Yeah.
That's just in 4K hands. That's kind of crazy. I'm down here with 4 big blinds in EV.
Or someone's got to win at 50 big blinds over 5k hands. It just happens to be him this time.
True. I looked in my database and I'm losing 20 grand with kings over this sample, which sucks.
It's not a big sample, right?
Early days.
It feels giant.
And so, Lama, then since you're here, we were looking at one of your hands. Then what was going on here with the big raise versus Linus?
What hand are we doing?
Ace 8
deuce
deuce.
rainbow. Open
Wait.
3x from Linus. Small
Why
blind.
did Luca leave?
C-bets.
Wait, why did you leave? I'm back. Lucas sat me, and then Linus sat me, and Lucas said, "Okay, I go sleep." What was the hand?
The
you have
Twitch
stream?
stream's on in the chat, by the way. If you want to click it, the hand should be there.
It's Linus in the small blind. He opened 3x. You defend big blind.
Oh,
Ace 8
8
deuce. And then you raise
yeah.
big on the flop.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it would be good.
You just felt like it.
I mean, sometimes you do things.
So turn checks around, and then river checks around, and he was trapping.
Yeah,
he was trapping.
I don't know. I just kind of mix it up a little bit with some raises in position. You can go small, you can go big. Linus says he wants to play 20 minutes of heads up. Okay.
We'll rail if you want to play it.
Yeah, I guess we're railing.
Okay, let me open it. If you want to focus, by the way, you don't have to stay in the call, my man.
Yeah, I'll just be quiet. See how this goes for now. I was playing earlier and tilting.
tilting? I've never seen you tilt.
Oh, I tilt all the time. Here. Not versus Linus. I was tilting versus Clicker. I've been playing these knit Clicker crew, you know, and they come in and they run hot and then they leave, and I'm just here losing.
Isn't that bad etiquette? If somebody plays you for like 20 minutes, they win and they leave?
No, they're not doing that. And well, there's that one guy, that Nuno Alvarez guy, who's not Nuno Alvarez. That guy does that shit. But no, Clicker always plays like an hour or two. But he wanted to quit to play BenaBadBeat. So yeah.
So Bena, you don't do much heads up, or do you?
No, I don't play heads up.
How come?
Too much brain power goes into doing it. I should learn it really, but I've tried learning heads up before, like many years ago, but I just found it very difficult to grasp it.
If you compare like the button range in heads up of like what you play and like open to normal button open in like in a ring game, how is it different?
Yeah.
It's like way more hands and like way more complicated.
I think it's like 100% more hands or something like that. How much do you open the button, Llama? Are you meant to open the button?
What about the button?
How much are you meant to open the button in heads up?
I don't know. I don't know the percent. I know the hands, but yeah, I don't know the percent.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit wider.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they play very differently. Very differently. Also, like the flatting range is different.
Yeah.
So like boards you can be aggressive on, you're less aggressive. I'm gonna leave the call. I gotta focus.
All right.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Good
it's
luck.
Kind of wild. I was like, I don't even want to comment on the hands while he's sitting here,
Yeah.
like playing Linus.
It would be a little bit awkward.
I think I'm gonna play free-handed actually.
Oh, you want
I
to play
can
as
just
well?
stay on the call and comment. and
You
stuff.
don't have to. I mean, if you end up, bro, it's not even
Oh,
10K.
I mean, I will focus when I play, and then when I don't play, I will talk.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Did you see that Llama streamed earlier?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. He bluffed me the last, and I was just about to call, but yeah, I folded. But yeah, I saw it was. That was funny to watch.
What a sicko. Actually, there was a table, like his bottom left, oh no, maybe top left table. Because, you know, it says the hand strength at the top above the runouts. And he didn't hide it well enough. And there was one where he had like second pair and it says something about tens. So I just sent him a screenshot. I was like, hide this. Because he had a little bit of delay, but it wasn't a lot.
It's crazy.
Like, you never know, you know? But he was still showing cards on one table. Like, he's a sicko.
When is the VIP game, by the way?
When?
Yeah.
It's tomorrow. It's on Sunday, 7 p.m.
Oh.
CET.
Oh, they're playing. I was on another table. I didn't see. I will join the non-ante show table, I guess.
Who's playing? Yolan?
Yeah, I'm gonna play.
Who is playing already?
No, it's
Linus and Llama.
Linus and
But I
Llama.
told them I want to
Why
play
you-
4-handed, 5-handed, so it's 3-handed is fast, so I cannot stay on stream, and I still want to comment a bit. So
This is gonna be some juicy content.
I'll join. Should I sit in position of Linus or Llama?
I don't want to. I don't want to answer that because I don't want to be. I don't want to be controversial.
To you, man.
I don't know. I will randomize. You know what?
Just remember, whoever. Okay, I was gonna say.
Tell me.
Whoever you Jesus everyone is going to know you think they are worse. Just remember that, chat.
Dude, what is going on,
This
by
is
the way?
Yolan's, this is Yolan's feelings towards the players.
Lama
like, if you sit in position, does it mean the guy is worse or better?
I'm joking.
Lama keeps betting 2 times spot, by the way. Like, it keeps happening.
Yeah, I've seen.
Do you have the table right now on the stream?
Yeah, I have both of them.
Which one is it? The one or like the other one?
No, I show 2 tables, so I show both of the tables that are running.
Okay, I'll just join one. I think 2 will be too much. I'll join.
Are you playing this for YouTube content or just because you're both? You just want to kind of like.
I mean,
see what it's like?
kind of like enjoy playing in the format as well, and it's also great for content. So a little bit for everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I cannot like. Still, I'm working on other stuff. I cannot play every day. And now, since there's not many tables, it sounds a little bit tough to put volume, I would say. But I think it's a mix of 3. Yeah. I would like to run better because I lost 30k with aces in 1000 ends, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the game. I lost like 50 yesterday or something.
I see you still posting regularly on your Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I should post more often overall.
Oh, you have some PLO hand? What is what is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, people don't notice I mostly play PLO this year, actually.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of content.
And also, bro, you need a haircut. Holy moly.
No, I mean, it was done a year ago. Like, now my hair is fine.
Oh my god, I've never seen your hair this long.
Yeah, your last haircut was a year ago, yeah.
That was a long time ago. Do you know how can I, like, be the player that sits on the in the middle? Because now I'm like top right.
Yeah, there's something at the top of the table. It's like the arrow next to the time thing. You see
a square arrow.
Yeah, square arrow. You click on that and it's like gonna rotate you around the table.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Yolan, if you want to come on my YouTube channel and review some of your high stakes hands,
yeah, it would be cool
to have you on.
Yeah,
it'd be really good to hear.
Sure.
Here we go. History in the making. Yet again.
We could try to do like one with Luke also, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's possible with 3 people, but let's see.
Yeah, 3 people is difficult for sure.
So, Bena, any plans on putting like maybe a muzzle on some of the wild animals on your Discord, or?
You want me to ban Shirachi, don't you?
Yes. It's funny because like he came up earlier. Sorry, like I feel like I have to mention this before I forget. But earlier today, when I was casting with Sacram, he's like, "What are the chances Coin would sponsor a 2-buy-in thing for somebody to play in?" And then he mentioned a couple of players, and he was like Shirashi, or maybe it was CMX that mentioned it. And then immediately I started reacting, and I could hear. I knew Sacram was gonna start laughing because he knew about the thing.
I mean, yeah. I have had to put some muzzles on some people. Stainrachi. Yoan obsessed with Stainrachi. Yeah, you have to put some muzzles on some people, but
I have a delivery.
He's my arch enemy.
Where's I have to choose?
Yolan with the French flag, repping. You love to see it. And Lama, he shows violence. Look at this. Another big raise.
Yeah.
No, it's not the show table. Not like this. We'll never know now. Unless he tells us.
No show on that table. I thought all tables were show.
No. It's not like the mid-stakes. It's half and half, or I mean, yeah. You can start like any amount of like any game you want, but there is a rule that the first table you join is always show. Pretty much.
Okay. Makes sense. Bob Lob says, "Is Shirachi your friend, Bena?" No, that's someone I know in my Discord, not my friend though.
He's an acquaintance at best.
Yeah, one of my Discord crew. Although he hasn't been around recently that much. I don't know where he is. He hasn't really been playing either. Yolan's in a hand, by the way.
Yeah, see.
I do not know the action. I wasn't following, which is not good for me.
It seemed like
I'm actually just going to focus on the table with Yolan instead.
Ooh, top two.
We have it all in for 2-pot. I imagine this has just gone open, c-bet, overbet, overbet.
I'll replay it.
It has to be.
Open
Full
call,
stack
yes.
lines.
Single raise spots, third pot on the flop call. Damn, he even turned the nut flush draw overbet call.
Yeah.
And then jam fold.
Let me see. Yeah, overbet, overbet. Okay. Oh, I gotta say, I think Yolan missed a check on the river here. Double blocking calls, obviously blocking bets from the ace, but unblocking bluffs.
Yeah.
I think checking might be better. I think it's going to be a mix, check and then bet. Maybe you want to check pocket queens. Mate, I don't know. I check ace queen of
I'm back.
diamonds there.
I had a delivery.
No worries. I was just saying. Actually, doesn't matter.
Did you see my bluff with ace queen?
I did. I was saying I think you should check the river.
What did you say?
I think you maybe should check the river or consider checking the river with your exact hand and suits.
Oh, with my suits?
Yeah, maybe. It's like a very interesting one.
That's true. I've heard about that. I think I have the worst suit, but at the same time, I think ace queen is a bit too strong to check, I feel.
It's very interesting.
What hands can you think of, Bena, that will be encouraged to bluff if you're llama there? Or like that might bet and that might then think about a call?
Probably some of their flush draws. Oh, sorry, bet and then call.
Both. Like
I mean,
something that might bluff and then fall to a raise, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, worst two pairs for sure. Like combos like ace 5, ace 7, queen 4, queen 7 of diamonds. I mean, obviously we have queen 7 of diamonds blocked. But also you get, and then also you get some value bets from combos like 5-4, etc. I guess the bluffs from him are going to be quite hard to find though. They're probably going to have to be diamonds because we've overbet the turn for 150. He doesn't have like the kind of as many king 10s and jack 10s apart from this. They have diamonds, so he's probably going to have to bluff like his low diamonds. And also when we have the ace and queen of diamonds, I think he just naturally has more of those combos, and he's going to have other hands that are going to want to value bet like 2-pair as well. So I don't know. Intuitively, it just feels like we should check sometimes, but I mean, I could just be wrong.
Usually you're not.
Well, on YouTube, I'm not, because I get to choose what I put in the video, but this is live, unfortunately. Someone let us know in the chat. Is this allowed to check? Do you know if this was limp called, or do you think this was open pre-flop from Yolan?
No, that's slim call. I tell you, he ISO like all the time.
Yeah, sorry, I won't talk to you during the hand, Yolan. Sorry, I was talking to Yoan there. Sorry.
You know, Johan, Yolan.
And casual 2K pots.
Flowers for pots. Yeah, they have 2 additional tables where they're playing heads up, Llama and Linus, although it doesn't count towards the
nice.
challenge.
That's cool.
Yeah, the straights.
Bob says low frequency check. Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I had ace 4. I fold because I'm in it.
Yeah. Thanks for the output, Boblo. Interesting.
I wonder where's everyone tonight? Like, now that there is tables with a bunch of people, like how, you know, if somebody was around and wanted to play, like how they not joining?
I mean, I'm at the table. It's the best moment to join. That's funny.
So it was Chris Nguyen that was going to play, and then he was just like, I'm going to bed. Very indecisive.
Where's Chris from? Austria or something?
I think either Austria or Germany.
He lives in Austria now. But I think he's German, yeah.
Can someone from the chat look like if my suit is a block on the river? That would be cool.
They've already
Move the
done it,
screen.
and it's a mix between shove and check.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mostly shove. Bet small is worst option apparently.
Yeah, makes sense.
What you
I would
eating?
just like randomize exactly half and check the river, but
I think there are like
I
people.
would kind of
There are people on the pool that I will check this against, and some people I will pure bet. But yeah, usually I think mix is great.
The main reason I'd want to... Sorry, go on.
Good.
I was going to say the main reason that I'd want to check your hand versus good players is because I think that they'll find the appropriate overbluff, or the appropriate bluffs with clubs. Oh, with diamonds, sorry. Whereas like at low stakes or even like 2K and L, I don't give people enough credit to bluff their missed flush draws here, which is probably the hand they have to dip into. So only because you're playing Llama would I check.
I agree.
I've seen softer games than this as well in my life, so.
Mm.
Do you have a one table, Bena?
Very rarely. I'll probably only minimum 2-3 tables, I guess. But I always try and have like between 6 and 10 usually.
It's very interesting how Yolan is like, yeah, you know what? I'll just play one table. I mean, obviously it's no limit 10K and it's liners, but
I mean, if I was playing this, I would only play one table for sure, 1 or 2 tables max.
yeah.
Honestly, I play 2 table maximum. Like if I play more, I feel that I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I really try to like do my best at every decision.
When you live off rake back, mate, you got to play more than 2 tables. Trust me.
Yeah, for sure. I want to try to bait him like one time where I say like, I don't know which setting I should use in value, and like I'm bluffing. So if he listens to the stream, it'll be fun. My hand is a proof but I kind of want to call. But I feel he has like king 7. Oh, king queen. Okay. Yeah, I fold.
Is it the great consolation when it's the show table? And is it great pain if you're wrong?
Good read.
Yeah, that's true. That's a little bit painful. I also need to reload on the side, actually.
Hit and Knit says it's time to start fundraising for the Bean entry. Yeah, that was one of the names that the guys earlier today mentioned, like to get 2 buy-ins for. I don't know who Bean is. Who is Bean, Bena?
Bean is a friend of Nick Eastwood, who streams for 888. I don't know if you know him. Easty22.
Yeah,
he's his friend who's like, he's just a normal guy, lives a normal life, but also loves poker and plays 50 and L basically. And we did a 500 Zoom special where he played one table of 500 Zoom on stream. He made like 6 buy-ins, and he's basically like very bad at poker, but everyone loves him because he's just got good
so
chat.
Somebody staked him.
Yeah, we all gave him $500 each to play this game for content.
Oh, but then, so he kept what he won, or like you guys were like staking him and like.
Yeah, I think we shared his winnings.
That's still funny as hell.
Really fun. It was, and we just like got him on stream. We all just sat there and like laughing at what he was doing. And instead of using an RNG, he had like a packet of Skittles, and like if he had like an orange Skittle, then it was like aggressive action.
There is a video of this somewhere.
Yeah, I'll link you. They're so good.
I need to watch.
I'll find it for you.
Oh, Johan, did you have Linus on the stream one day, or he never came?
No, I talked to him, and yeah, I don't think he's eager particularly to come on the stream. But let me check exactly what he said. I think he mentioned that like if he did well, he might come on.
Yeah, you'll really struggle to get Linus on. I've tried. I asked Linus recently to come on my YouTube channel, and he's just like, while he's playing a lot of poker, he's just like really refusing to do anything like this.
Yeah, he said probably not for now, and then he doesn't want to share his thoughts publicly for now, and then he said maybe if I win the challenge by the end, but no promises. And then I was like, no promises, mate. If you win, you better come on the stream. But obviously, I didn't say that.
I think if he's coming on YouTube, we are like so cooked.
How do you mean?
No, I mean, I'm kidding. It's like everybody will watch his channel for sure.
Yeah, no, like,
yeah.
I don't think he would start doing content, but I mean, he would join, like, if he would join the stream, I think that'd be really cool. And actually, so earlier today, because I did this with DavyJones as well. Like, DavyJones seems to be a lot more open, although he initially said, like, he was worried about the language barrier. So I offered for, I don't know if you know, Trika is one of the players for Coin Poker. I said, like, Trika could be there because he speaks both Spanish and English, and he could translate anything if there is a language barrier. So I kind of followed up to offer that, and also added that I think some of these guys, they are worried that they're going to get on stream and then they're going to kind of spill their secrets uncontrollably. So I told him, if you come on, you don't have to share anything about exploits. You can just purely like share your story a little bit, and then talk about theory if we talk about hands, kind of like Prodigy does.
Yeah.
And I wanted to message something similar to Linus, and I wrote the message. And as I was about to send it, I look at the leaderboard and I see he's dead last, and like really not doing well.
Yeah,
I was like, this
time.
is I was like, all right, this is probably not the right timing, so I just deleted. And like for now, I just kind of leave him be. But if he ends up doing well, I think I'll follow up.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, like I wouldn't be surprised if he's listening right now to this. By the way,
Queen Jack. Oh. Nope.
Close.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think we can fold.
Yeah, unlucky. Yeah, Swivel still says Linus knows how much EV he will give away by talking. It's true. Also, I think there's something huge to be said. Linus is still a bit of an enigma, and like people don't know him that well. And there's something quite fearful about not having heard from someone. I think people become less scary when they talk a lot about poker publicly. So I think he's like quite mindful of the meta of him not sharing and kind of being unknown.
As long as he doesn't mention exploits, I think he'd be fine. I think it's more of an shy or introvert thing, probably, is my guess.
I mean, I know him quite well, and he's not really that introvert. He maybe used to be, but not anymore, I wouldn't say.
Okay. Drew says that Linus is in these guys in the YouTube chat, and people just assume he's one of the live poker 1-2 regs when he's chat throwing.
Maybe.
That would be funny. He's like challenging people in the chat. He's like that guy that shows up at the gym, like dressed as a janitor, but he's like this ripped guy that can lift like insane amounts.
Yeah. Someone says Prodigy was on last year on stream and he still won. Yeah, of course. But Linus has had more success long term, I think, but also you can still win and share your thought process, of course.
And we gotta be honest, this is a little bit like a tournament, because the number of hands you play is so small that it's very, very, very difficult to like reach your EV. I mean, we can see that because Linus is basically last. Oh, first time he checked back against me out of 10 occurrence. I'm gonna check to celebrate that.
Yeah, tomorrow's the VIP game at 7 p.m. Central European Time, and there is actually the 7 deuce game in the VIP game.
Nice.
It's going to be fun. I think it's 5 big blinds per player. Absolutely huge. So, Bena, you're undecided if you're going to hop into the mix on the last week, or there is a pretty good chance you will?
It's very, very unlikely that I will, but never say never. As Yolan says, it is great for content. But like,
no, don't
I gain nothing from my content, so it's not like I make money back if I lose 50k for content.
Yeah. How about saying like, oh, okay, I'll play I'll play like 2 orbits.
Yeah, this is how bad things always start to happen. I had a friend who we played 25NL or 50NL, and it was the very first time that he got his bankroll up to aces, Yolan. Very first time he got his bankroll to $1,000, and as a joke, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit into 1k and play like 3 hands," and obviously he got stacks like in that first round and busted his whole bankroll. So this is what happens. So no risking this for me.
Actually, during the Mistakes Championship, I played a couple orbits and it was a disaster. I think I lost almost every hand I was in.
Bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, oh, I played a couple orbits. What's the worst that can happen? It's 500. Even if I lose like a full bind, it's not the end of the world. And then I think I played like 4 orbits. I won 1 hand and I lost like 8 hands or something.
I think also one of the reasons why I like to play the championship is because it's the only format in the year where there is really a competition. Because I feel since GG like shut down the high stakes scene, the amount of high stakes you can do is super small, and you can basically play. But do I really want to spend years battling regs on the hero? For 1 blind per 100, 2 blinds per 100, maybe 3. I don't know.
No, you probably don't.
That's the main reason. But like when you have the championship, it's fun. You can do content. You can play against the best for something competitive. You can win if you run like Davy, for example. Many good things can happen.
Yeah. I think I don't know if this is like more of an age thing, but like I'm at the point in my career that like if my EV, let's just say EV is whatever, some certain amount a year, the idea of being able to lose like 50% of my EV or even 100% or even more of my yearly EV just because I'm like playing a game like this, it just doesn't, the upside is, there's just not enough upside for me to do this.
I do agree, yeah. I 100% agree. But you can like, you could still like play it, and if you lose 2 bites, you just say you do something. You had to go to a holiday or something, and you never come back. And if you win, you're still in.
Yeah, I mean, winning this would be insane.
And with the sample size, I feel everybody can win, honestly.
Bogdan in the chat says, "Grats on the heater, Bena. Can't wait for the November results clip."
I'm not really sure what heater he's referring to. I mean, the month is going quite well, but yeah, maybe I have to make a video. I have a play and display coming out today, actually, in about 6 hours.
Anything you can tease about projects that you might have, or like videos that you're working on?
I have
any secret collabs?
No secret collabs, but I have a very, very cool video I'm really, really looking forward to coming out in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Hey, we have to wait until Christmas?
Still being... No, my editor is still... Yeah, you have to wait. You asked if there's anything coming. I have to build up the hype. My editor's working on it, so it's like gonna take some time, but it's a video I'm very proud of to show. It's quite a cool milestone I wouldn't say it's a milestone in my career, but like it's a milestone. So yeah, that's gonna be good. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil it.
Nice.
And then the next 2 weeks, I have 2 play and explains coming out. Playing 200L Russian cash, and in the first episode, I'm playing as close to theory as I possibly can. Like I'm basically making no deviations at all versus recreationals or versus type players or anything. And then the following week is going to be a pure exploit play and explain as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, actually, I like how you like diversify the videos that you do. There was like the video about you overcame the downswing, then you do like some 2KNL. There is the live video that I watched some of that. I posted a screenshot like when you were in that hand with the guy. I think you were all in, and then he ended up calling.
Which hand was this?
On your Discord. I posted a screenshot because
I had aces.
I don't remember I think maybe you had a set. I don't remember. Like basically, I think you had like a really strong hand, and like this guy was like tanking, and I was like, oh, he's gonna call for sure, and then he ended up calling. But yeah, like so, there's a video about live. Like there's the one with Gadzi, one with MTT guy, and then you still mix in like 1K to 2K live play in your last one too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put as much different stuff out there because like. Yeah, as I said before, I'm not selling a course or anything like that, so I can kind of do what I want to do. Although I would say the play and explain stuff is probably the stuff I enjoy the least, but the content that people like the most.
Yeah. What do you enjoy the most then, from what you record?
I enjoy just doing my like weekly roundups and choosing the hands that I get to post, like whales just going all in, or me just like blasting it off, or making terrible bluff catches. Advertising, basically.
Are you sure? I think you enjoy the most when Clanty and Uri roast your hands.
I do love those videos as well, to be honest. I'm gonna have to head off in about 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Great to have you. In any case, and
Yeah,
you're
sounds
welcome
good.
back anytime.
Yeah, I'll definitely come on again for sure.
If you want to come on, by the way, with somebody else, like there's some people that make requests like that. They want to be on as like a group of 2 or 3 because they know each other and they want to banter on the stream. Just
Yeah.
always welcome to.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Unless it's this one guy from your Discord.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
So Yolan, I'm very.
Tell me.
I'm very intrigued by the fact you play one table like this, because I feel like nearly like how many people in the world play one table? Let's be honest. Unless somebody's playing on their phone on the toilet, like, and even those guys might multi-table.
The thing is, like, it's free-ended. So if we play 6-ended, I can play 4 tables. But free-ended, you know, plus like there's a stream and stuff. So I just prefer to play one.
Yeah.
If it was 6-ended, I would have played 2 tables probably.
But like, let's say like you fold like right now and you're not in the hand, and like, what are you thinking about?
Oh, you know what happened? I was streaming on YouTube, 25-50 squid, 10 blind squid value, like complete mess. And I just watched the charts, and I was playing too many tables. I was playing free table, but free squid table is a lot. What happened is last round of squids, opened, free bet, and I just folded ace king. You see? Like 3 hours ago, so always great not to play that much table.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check lane 6. How do you know Linus, Bena, by the way?
We've known each other since well, when I was playing 200 Zoom and he was playing 200 Zoom as well.
Really?
In Malta. Yeah, Malta EPT, not EPT. What was it was before EPT, IPT, I think it was. In like 2015, 2016. It was basically because our UK group, we kind of like extended out to like Linus, and like because we knew Linus and Marcus and all these guys before when they were just scrubs, and now they're obviously
Marcus Lekonen?
Make boyfriend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they used to come to London, and we used to do trips to Barcelona every year and go to Vienna and see them and stuff. So I haven't seen them for a while, although we went to a wedding recently. In fact, there's a photo of like all of these guys, and it was like super funny to see that everyone was 100 Zoom player when we all met.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, their skill hasn't transferred to me being able to play 10k NL.
We played a bit at 5k. I don't remember your nickname. I remember we played.
Probably a bit, yeah.
I remember a hand I had pocket 10s big blinds. I check raise, you free bet. I don't know if you remember. Now, I always wonder what you had.
Probably value.
I don't think so.
You're supposed to respond a bluff for sure.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can probably find it.
I don't need flashbacks to that shot.
What are you doing this day, by the way, Johan? Still playing?
Yeah, a little bit of gaming, some streaming, some gaming. I mean, right now, obviously, pretty busy with this, so not doing too much gaming. But yeah, some gaming, playing some cards here and there, this and that, you know. Oof, wait, we got an all-in on the heads-up table. Wait, what? Did I just see that right?
Wow.
I don't know
Oh,
what
you
just
check?
happened.
I reckon
Linus-
it's probably gone 3-bet and then seen Llama's check called down or something like that. It looks like.
Yeah, Llama 3-bet
looks like
pre. Linus 4-bet on the button.
It's 4-bet triple off. Okay, yeah.
And Llama calls. Linus checks back a ace high boards.
Yep.
And then checks on the turn, and it's on the river that they go wild. So half pot size bet,
Interesting.
and Linus ships. And Llama actually finds the call. Very sick.
Yeah, that's a very sick hand. I think Linus is basically saying that all of CL Llama's bets and value bets don't contain at least the king of spades here. So he has really nice unblockers to shove, and also the fact he has spades probably suggests that allows CL Llama to have more random combos like hearts and clubs to bluff. Really, really messed up hand though. I'm not really sure about this one.
I floated top pair. Jesus. What is making noise?
Oh my god. He flopped it. Flop the nuts, check raise on the turn. You know what they say, check raise on the turn, always nuts.
Yeah.
Proven right once again.
I like Linus's line there. It's really good.
How come?
Come back in 2 seconds. Oh,
Okay.
I think just generally you're going to be playing a lot of calls on this flop and not like a huge amount of raise. I think it's going to be something like
What the fuck was that?
the king four of spades.
What the fuck? Bro, I just got ego checked. Oh my lord.
It's a pretty sick call by you on the river, by the way.
I mean, I have top pair. Who folds top pair?
Me?
Yeah, I mean, he could have a lot there, but I just spin the wheel, I think, when I think I'm indifferent versus players that deserve it. And I call. I didn't really actually like having the 7. I think having the 7 of clubs was pretty bad because some of his bluffs are going to be like specifically 7 of clubs, 7 of diamonds. So,
Are you winning right now against him?
like in the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up 3 or 4 buy-ins today versus Linus.
What's your hand in the small blind when you free bet me right now?
Ace King.
I feel it's so true. I cannot call my hand.
Yeah. That's on
I
fire.
thought he really like said. Honestly, I really thought he had this king, but Jack and I couldn't do anything. That was quite funny. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some interesting hands versus Linus over the years. I've been playing this guy heads up for I think 2 years now. And we have really created a dynamic.
Can you share, like, is he one of the toughest players you played or the toughest player you played? Heads up.
No, he's not the toughest. He's not the toughest.
Okay.
I think Flushy's the toughest. And then I guess actually like I've really struggled playing against other players for other reasons. Like I really struggled against Kahan for a bit. Because he ran like really hot, like just absurdly hot. And he's also like verbally abusive. He's also like, I mean, he's got a lot of talent, but his theory is like absolute dog shit. So it's just like I was really battling with like a lot of entitlement tilt, and and stuff like that. So I struggled with that versus him.
Yeah, he's very happy to be completely maniac, a complete maniac at the tables, isn't he? And with no care.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like, I wouldn't paint him with like a single brush, you know, like he's not just like super aggro, because I can deal with super aggro, you know, he knows how to, he knows like how to be tight in some spots and whatever, and like I think for a period it's like, okay, this guy's horrible, and like look how aggressive he is, so like I'm just gonna call down all the time, or stuff like that, instead of like really giving him the respect that he deserved in some ways and playing well, and then when he runs hot, like tilting. So I'd say like that was challenging. But as far as like most skilled and challenging, not like dealing with my own mental game bullshit, I would say
Yeah.
I'd say Linus is number 2.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
but I
but-
guess like heads up mental game is like you're constantly in you're in hands every single hand, right? So it's like magnify times 100, whereas at 6 max you have some respite, don't you?
Yeah. I think there's some of that. There's, I mean, the good thing about that is that like, you know, if you're confident, you can get unstuck. Like one thing I don't like playing, like when I play live, is like if like you're down like 100k, or not even 100k, you're down like a buy-in or 2 buy-ins, right? Like a fat one. You just like, you just know you're gonna die that night, you know? And it's just like, oh god.
Yeah.
Whereas like heads up, like I started off the day playing clicker, and I was down I was down 4 buy-ins within like 20 minutes, and then
Yeah, it's tough.
I won it back over the next 40 minutes or so. So like you can get unstuck, which is nice.
Huge
So like,
swings.
yeah, if you have like confidence in yourself and like and whatnot, it's like it's kind of like I will win eventually, except that comes a little bit sooner when you play heads up. So that's nice. But I never tilt versus Linus, which is really nice, because it's like I respect the guy so much, you know, and he's like so good. It's like I never have any entitlement tilt, because if I'm losing, it's like, well, yeah, you know what I mean? Like
True.
that happens.
And I guess
so-
if you start tilting against Linus, you're only going to punish yourself, right? Whereas like you can have some like slightly more mental game leaks against other players because of the slightly less respect you have for them.
Yeah, there's a bit of a skill gap, but yeah, with Linus, like, you know, there's absolutely zero skill gap. Like I respect my game a lot, but he clearly knows more about poker than I do, you know, as far as theory comes.
Makes sense.
So yeah, Fleshy was challenging though. I was up like, I think 40 buy-ins versus Fleshy, within the first like 15k hands, maybe 20k hands that I played versus him. And then he won it all back. Yeah, and now he's up versus me. Not too much. He's up like 2 buy-ins or something, but he is up. And yeah, that was.
Did you play against Barry?
No.
Oh, never.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of reasons for that. I think one is just like, I don't have his contact. He doesn't have mine. Like, never reached out. But also, like, if I play Barry and, you know, long shot, but not necessarily long shot, but like, let's say I win, like over a decent hand sample, like that's just a reverse free roll. Like then the people are going to be less likely to play me, and then if I lose money, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Also, I know.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what your grind ethic is like, but I don't think I've really ever seen a grind ethic like Barry. Like he can just like lock himself into this battle for like weeks or months on end of just playing 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And I think that's what he did to Linus. He just like ground Linus down. He's just done this with so many people, hasn't he? Just like forces people into just playing insane hours, which is a very tough dynamic to be in constantly.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that versus anyone that I didn't have a significant edge versus.
Yeah.
I don't have very high stamina. I have like severe ADHD. So
Okay.
like after I'm browsing Reddit while talking to you right now and playing it.
And you're watching a video on the side and listening to his music.
Well, not quite that far, but I'm looking at who is the current strongest character in Fairy Tale right now, and apparently it's Acnologia. So
That's sick.
But yeah, it's just I just get really distracted and I have really bad ADHD, so like I can't play long sessions.
You play live, Sullivan?
Yeah, I do. You actually messaged one of my friends recently. He didn't know it was me.
Started with a Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I try and keep my live and my online persona separate. I mean, a lot of people know, but you know, I've had success online, which like scares people and like keeps me from getting seats live. So
Yeah.
I try not
You
to.
play in San Francisco or LA?
He's
I'm
not
gonna
gonna say.
just keep it separate.
He's not gonna answer this question. I respect the probe though there, Yolan. Try catch him off guard when he's like doing three things at once.
Exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah. I'm not very good at live, like I very much like I splash around and I also ego tilt because you know, whatever. But yeah. I think I prefer online. Oh.
I think.
Lama, last time I said hi to you in Vegas. What were you playing? What stakes? I don't know if you remember, but
I do remember.
it was pretty silly stakes, no? Because I looked at the table and like it almost made me like I wanted to throw up. I saw so many big chips. I was like, "What?" You're like trying to talk to me. I was like, "I gotta go," and I just left.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
It was sickening.
I don't know what I should have done. Like I had 8-9, but the 10 out is not clean, and I feel he's gonna check all the time. So I don't know.
I think on rainbow board you're meant to call here. I would imagine.
Well, he was gonna hit trips on the river though.
The 10-9, King 10. I mean, I know this stuff. I think if you bet ace 5, it's cool to check call. So Paul, I mean, if you start like betting too much type of hands, I'm kind of cooked. But yes, let's close this anyway.
He rivered a 5, so.
Rabbit hunting.
Good fold.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think on flush draw I would fold, and then on rainbow I think I just don't see how you can't be forced into continuing.
Wait, what did you fold, Yolan?
9-8.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I would never fold 9-8.
I think it's a fold because I'll never fold any open-ended, but specifically this one with the 10, like with King 9 and Ace King B there. I don't think it's a call directly. I think it's a fold.
No.
No.
That's it.
I think so. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it with as much conviction because, like, I'm pretty sure it's a call, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to trust you, Lama.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay.
I would argue that like 9-8 may be like similar EV to like calling a jack. So I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, not shot times 2.
I'll check. But I think it's a fold.
Fair.
But I'd rather fold Jack 10 than 9-8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. You think the 10 is like reversed odds, but what is he betting on the turn? It was like 66% or some
I
shit.
just fold because like the EV of my hand is by betting the river, and I just expect him to call too much because I have way too many air. So I just fold a little bit more here. Can explain my fold.
I think 9-8 is
How-
actually
how-
the perfect bluff. I would rather give up something
No, I
like
know. Like I will give up
King
king
10 or
10,
10
10 9
9.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, if you think he's going to call too much and you're going to give up those hands, then what combos do you like? Are you choosing to arrive to the river with that are going to be your bluffs? If you're not going to bluff
That's
king
I have a
10, you're not going to
set
bluff 10
versus
9.
Linus. Set. Is it good?
Yes,
It's good. Wow. Poor guy. Oh, I'm crushing today. Let's fucking go. Ah.
Game too easy sometimes.
Yeah, I'm on an 80k upswing. Swing. Yeah, no, dude, you can't fold 9-8 there getting that price. I mean, fuck sakes. But yeah, I mean, I see it. Also, I'd be really suspicious about Linus barreling off there. I mean, I might jam. Ooh, I like that. You gotta think about it. It's like, why the like, on a rainbow board that's like not really that connected. Like, you just kind of like out of position plays pretty passive. And then yeah, you don't really need to bet. You don't need to bet. There's some really interesting stuff on rainbow boards because out of position slows down, which means in position slows down, which means out of position slows down. And so then you have like you're supposed to see like a lot of like bet 3-bet fucking stuff on rivers.
Lama, how was the experience yesterday streaming?
It was good. I kind of at a certain point there I was like a little I was up stuck and I started to tilt a little bit. And I think if the games were a little bit worse and or I wasn't streaming, like I would have taken a break, gone for a walk to cool off. But I didn't. And I think I need to be a little bit more careful next time I stream. To take breaks when I'm tilted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was getting absolutely like ass raped there. That's not a nice word. I was getting fucked in the ass. It was rough, man. Like aces just kept getting fucked. Like you guys couldn't see the cards that I was like losing with, but it was a little absurd. And I was getting a little frustrated. So yeah, I should have taken a break at some point. But other than that, it was fun. It's nice to chat, and I'm thinking that I should, like what if I like partnered with like some new poker site where I streamed my whole cards and just gave away all the EV, but on the side I was like hitting slots, and I got like basically like a stake sponsorship or some shit. You know what I mean? How smart would that be?
Got to push for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
the
on.
stream.
You're welcome
Yeah,
back
really fun.
anytime.
Definitely
and
hop on again.
Hey, if you have any,
Man, I coolered Linus again. Look at this.
If you have any shout outs.
Oh, poor guy.
No shout outs. Just yep, had a good time. Got a video coming out this evening, but I'll share that in my group. Oh, another stack for Seal Armor.
What's your YouTube, Bena? Come on. You've been doing this a while.
BenaBadBeat Poker is my YouTube. I make random content about being a professional poker player. That is pretty much it. Unexplained.
Oh, sorry. Linus just messaged me. Hello, question mark, question mark. Can I win a pot?
Hell no.
So funny.
That's so good.
All right,
buddy.
Thanks, Bena.
All good. All right, good luck, guys.
Nice,
Bye,
nice
bye.
talking.
Laters.
Bye.
All right, cheers, Johan. Bye.
Like,
That's so good.
yeah, that's funny.
I thought he was gonna get mad because like I kind of micro tanked facing his jam. Like I didn't snap. I like took a second or two. But no.
Choslar in the chat asked, Silama getting the stream VIP seat? Yes, he is. It's secured.
Yeah, that was part of the reason I did the stream. Kakati was messaging me a lot. He's like, dude, you gotta fight for it because you guys put in the 7 deuce rule for me because I was playing 7 deuce on my own last time. So
Yeah, only you and Yolan streamed, I believe.
oh, Yolan streamed too? I didn't know that.
A little bit, but I think maybe he didn't stream enough. I thought.
Did you know how to YouTube channel?
No, I didn't.
Oh, really? That's great. Don't watch.
Yeah, Yolan, I thought I saw you do like 1 hour or something. I think it's like you needed to do 2 hours. And then Lama just went
No, I did 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
I did 2 hours.
Lama went way overboard. He did 3 hours. He couldn't stop. He was addicted.
Yeah, I mean it was really fun, but I did have a talk with myself after. Like I have to be a little bit more intelligent with how I do my streaming. I can't let it get into affect my gameplay.
Yeah, I assume the start must have been hectic with like the setup and everything, and then you had to put the chat. You were trying to look at the chat a lot. It's like it takes some getting used to for sure.
Yeah, there was a lot of that, and then there was also we both checked down 6 high. There was also like I was getting messages from people because I was showing whole cards on one screen, so I had like people calling me which was like nice of them. I was grateful to tell me that like, hey, like, you know, and there was just a lot going on.
Yeah, I sent you screenshots because like on one of your tables,
yeah,
on one of your tables, it was showing the hand straight. It was showing like 10. I was like, oh, he has second pair. Like, what are you doing? But actually, so at first I was really freaked out because I thought you had no delay. I was like, is he crazy? But then I realized you had at least a little bit.
Yeah, no, I had a 3-minute delay. So yeah, no, I appreciate everyone who reached out, but it was a little distracting.
It was fun. Your playlist was not what I expected, by the way.
Yeah, that's generally the kind of stuff I listen to. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I like soundscapes. Right now, I'm not listening to anything because it's raining, so I just have the window open and I'm listening to the rain. Which is really nice.
You like ASMR stuff, you know, like ambience sound.
Yeah, ambience. Oh, Linus called. Good call.
Of course. Oh my god.
Good fold. Linus is beating you up, and I'm beating Linus up.
Yeah, but Yolan keeps folding correctly.
I'm just folding every single time.
And he's one tabling. The discipline on this guy.
Yeah, he's folding one tabling.
Yeah, that's sick. I had 8-4.
You had 8-4?
Yeah.
Oh man, if we were colluding, you would have gotten stacked. I had a 3.
Sheldor in the chat said, tell Linus he has to join the stream to win a hand.
I invited him to talk on stream a few times, and he was kind of emphatically a no multiple times. So I don't take rejection well, so I'm gonna stop asking.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Do you think he's just like shy or introverted, or is it more about he's worried he's going to give something away if he joins?
No, I mean, I don't know. I would say he's more of like a, you know, I wouldn't say like shy or introverted, but like along those lines. Like he's keeps to himself a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I found him to be like a, you know, a very nice, like kind of warm individual, but like not warm in like an American way, you know. Like Americans are very like, or at least me is just like, you know, very in your face about it, and
Yeah.
you know, he like kind of will, you know, or take time, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's just more. I mean, he's not really super open about things. Like you have Prodigy who gives like what 1 million interviews, right? And then you have Linus. I think that's kind of the opposite people. You win, buddy.
You never thought about doing coaching, by the way?
Yeah. So I did briefly start a CFP with Owen, but that didn't pan out. We didn't work well together. And generally, like I don't really like coaching because I'm kind of abusive, and like I don't like when people can't pick things up quickly and whatnot.
You ever watched the movie Whiplash?
No.
Lama, have you seen that?
Ooh, I made a good check back. Let's go. What's Whiplash?
It's a movie.
Oh, no.
It's like this teacher, this music teacher is like super abusive because he's trying to bring the best out of his students.
Oh yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that. But yeah, I'm like that. I've made people cry before.
You need to see that movie. He does make somebody cry.
It's just I just like I don't know, like I'm so bad at seeing the good in people. Not like in their heart. I mean like when they do things in poker.
No.
Yes. What do you know? I had the nuts. Bet, Yolan.
Jesus. I'll just leave to reset my time bank.
Okay. Leave the chat. Bye, guys.
Well,
Just
what's
leave like that.
yeah? What's wrong with the time bank?
No, I mean it's just like I tank a lot, so I don't have any
Okay.
time bank.
So if you leave rejoin, it like you get more time back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's ahead. I mean, I do believe, yeah. I'll try. I'll join the other one. Maybe I'll be more lucky on the other one.
But it's not a
Oh yeah,
show.
I'm gonna have the time back on the other one.
Oh yeah, no, this
Yeah.
one is show as well. Yeah, the one you joined. Nice,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, not winning a pot today.
Damn, Lama's got a monster stack at this table. Actually, he has 30k on the other. He's cooking Linus.
Yeah, Lane is cooking me, so everything's great. I'm done a bit. I think I'm done like a buy-in, but
Yeah.
I've been on a dumb swing. I was at 3 now. I'm probably lost like 4 or 5. So. I mean, nothing special. I mean, I'm folding like some stuff. You know?
Yeah, you made some good fold. I mean,
Like,
if it turns around and you end up being the one with having the nuts a bunch of times,
you know, like
I'm
what
curious if these guys
happened
would
like
fold.
2 days ago. I did great fold over great fold and lost in all the session. It's not like I cracked, but I could have probably folded, decided to call,
Yeah.
and obviously was wrong. Oh, I think I'll play very decently, just not on the right side of the game for the moment. I'm quite like curious about how it will go because alright, I'm gonna play this in. Because like the two first people was so high in the ranking. But I don't know if it's gonna affect things.
Yeah, everybody is the nuts. By the way, did you pay attention to like the numbers on Insta? Like you posted some PLO hands, but I feel like probably a lot of people that follow you there Hold'em players, right? That's like the more popular variant.
Yeah, but I still watch it. I mean, the problem with Instagram is that the algorithm is not on my side anymore because I posted quite a lot of similar content. And I think that people have other interests. So I kind of need to change how some other stuff. And the reason why I was not publishing is I think not publishing while like if I don't promote anything and I publish, it's kind of a little bit minus CV. So I just prefer to like have my stuff that I will promote next year. Oh yeah, and after the content around it. Yeah, I'm gonna bet that. Okay.
Thin.
Well, it's the first hand I won in a lot actually.
And it's one big blind profit.
I mean, no, honestly, I think it's been a while. I was not winning a pot. Is it happened?
You know what they say? There is no small profit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's fine. I play Squid. I won a bunch, so I'm fine losing here. Not a big problem. Maybe you can ask if one of the guys want to join this stream. That'd be fun.
Who do you mean?
Oh, the guy on the Discord server. The players.
Oh, yeah. Usually I don't like to ask like, in the chat or whatever. I'll just ask like who I suspect might want to hang out. But there is an idea in that I could ask someone that I think would want to hang out. Let's see, maybe Highmark's around.
You actually called 9-8 in the spot. You fold 10-9 and you call 9-8. I thought it was the opposite. You still fold some opponent. Yeah, just not this one. Which actually makes sense.
Overbet Turn says Linus is so quiet even in the game chat. Yeah, I think if he has something to say, like it seems like he messaged Llama. It's so funny that he said, "Hello, can I win a hand?" Linus is human after all.
To win money these days.
Oh, Linus with the jacks.
I mean, I will review the session, but I don't think I did any core mistakes. Maybe the 8-4 I could probably play as a size, but and the 8-9 I still do believe I should fold because the fact that he shot ace-5 is confirming that I don't think he will against me play the proper check fold frequency on the river because of the number of draws I have. And I expect too many check call because of the numbers of king 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, whatever hands I have. And so I think when he has a hand that should give up, he'll probably bet a little bit more because of all these auto folds. I think he will check call a little bit more. And the thing is, 8-9 is so close in theory that like if he's overcalling by even like 10%, the river, like I kind of scratch all the turn EV I have. Because it is a call, but it wins less than a blind. So I'm actually happy with the fold. I don't really know like how is he approaching these spots. I know a lot of people are just gonna do like GTO bots and then I can probably call that. But for the people that will at least think a bit or just understand that in these spots it's quite easy to overbluff, I think I'm kind of in a bad spot by calling this. So I don't mind. Because ace-5 will check call for sure. And ace-5 should not be in his range much, it's mostly a check turn. So I do feel that if he's betting it, it's mostly to check call. But maybe he's just randomizing, he doesn't care. I'll never know, I guess. What time is it? 2 a.m. Yeah, that's dead. I have another table, but it's not coin. It's club GG, and I'm waiting on the table.
If you called with the, you're talking about the hand where you had ace-5 off, right?
Yeah.
If you call the turn and river bricked and it checks, then is it?
I need to jam.
Okay.
Always.
So that's like the reasoning with the whole hand. Okay.
And that's the problem. Is it's super easy if you stop too much this type of hand, so let check call. And I think there is like no way he's overfolding. I'll begin here. Straights. No, this is kings. Wow. He's cooking. So lucky.
Llama.
Jesus
give me back
Christ. Oh my god.
What a sun runner.
Christ.
And this counts towards the challenge, you sicko.
That's so sick.
Jesus.
Oh, poor guy.
That's funny.
Linus is anything but poor, I think.
Someone call Linus poor.
Oh, you said poor guy. So my joke is Linus is anything but poor is my guess.
Yeah, no, he's not poor.
Who's the richest guy of the challenge, you think? I kind of know, but I'm still asking.
It's not a poker player. It's probably like one of the fish. Oh, maybe like
No, I know who is it, but I probably cannot say it.
oh, Fleshy, obviously.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be yeah. I mean,
Just-
from what I know, I'd say Fleshy.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the flushy heads up against the Finnish guy?
Wouldn't
Oh,
think
Bash?
The Ketola guy?
Oh, a monarch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did watch that.
What did you think?
I don't think it's a good spot playing Monarch.
Why not?
Because it's like, well, so you get, I think it's like a 10% vig or whatever to play him on the buy-in. And
What do you mean by 10% big?
So if it's like $1 million, he pays you 900K if he loses.
Really?
You pay him $1 million.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, for a single buy-in, that's like
That's pretty rough. I think it was 10%. But also it's like, you know, he was so bad when he first started playing that was okay. And he was just like a super nit. But this got me. But someone basically just told him like, hey, be super aggressive and like 4-bet jam a lot of shit, you know, or whatever. And like, you know, like that's what you want to do. And so he started doing that, and then he basically became unbeatable. Because if he's just like jacking up the variance, I don't think it's just not a good spot. So yeah. Do you have ace king?
Um,
I don't even think you want ace king on this board, man.
I will show you the end at the end anyway.
Linus made a good fold. 2 good folds.
Did some guy really write hashtag washed in the chat? My God.
Linus washed?
No, yes. Somebody in the chats wrote that on the table.
Linus is definitely not washed. All in.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
That was straight. Wow, that's a good turn.
What a turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna sleep anyway.
I'm surprised you didn't check jam turn.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't think so.
It's an absolute nightmare if the club or like the 9 peels off for your hand, right?
I mean, it's already a nightmare on the turn. Like, you have straight and wash.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, nice hand, nice hand.
Blickus wrote in the chat, Lama read his Zohar this morning.
No, I've actually swapped over to the Ethiopian Bible, if you've been paying attention.
How did you realize that was the new sacred text you needed to study?
You know, I think what's happening to the Gaza Strip is an absolute tragedy, so I didn't want to be associating my mental space with that anymore.
Wait, Linus got a big stack down on the other table. What did I miss?
Not off me. No, he had like 230 when we started.
Okay.
I don't think I didn't get stacked. I know that. I'm running too hot.
Oh my god, is this guy really like trash talking Linus in the chats?
Yeah, I don't know why he's there.
Admin rights so I can time out this fool.
Honestly, I think it will be great. Like we cannot see the chart of the people.
But you can disable it.
You can turn it off.
Or can you cut it off?
Where is it?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. But you can turn it off in the settings.
Oh, we'll check it out. You have 600 blinds. Oh my god.
Yeah. This is a Davy session. Yeah, I'm up 80k today.
That's fine.
I got picked off.
I found it in advanced options in the middle column. You can check hide observer chat on table.
Mommy ASMR making you run good, C Llama.
I knew Llama would have the chat on no matter what. I knew Llama, there's no way he would turn it off. He loves this.
No, I'm not turning off the chat. I also like I care about poker, and I think like interacting with people, like railbirding, like I think that's beneficial.
Yeah, you're enabling those degenerates, is what you're doing.
Well, I don't try and give space towards like people being assholes, but yeah, I mean, I want to talk to them as much as I can.
Oh my god, this guy. I wonder if Linus has the chat on of the spectators and he's just like stoic about it, or can he just not see it
He
at
does
all?
have the chat on.
No way. No. Oh
Yeah,
my
he
god.
does. I mean, it might not be open, but I know he doesn't have it blocked because
Okay, yeah, it's not open for sure.
he's talked about it before.
This guy's coming.
I don't really like to see people be mean to Linus.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
I think even if it's lighthearted, it's like not the right place.
I mean, he's just going too hard. Like 1 needle, 2 needles,
So you pumped about the VIP game?
What time is it?
It's at 7 p.m. Central European time, so for you it should be 10 a.m. if you're in Vegas.
It's a little early.
Let me see. Yeah, 10 a.m. for you, I believe. And then the qualified players, Linus, because he lost the most. Chris Nguyen, because he ran the worst. Rigged for the most volume. And you for streaming. And then the VIP.
It's Ryan DePaulo, right? Or whatever.
I mean, I have no
Here
idea.
comes the Davy.
I have no idea.
Nice.
DavyJones.
No! I gotta leave. He's gonna vacuum my stack.
It's funny because I was planning to leave literally next. Oh no, I'm not big blind. Okay, whatever.
The transfer of wealth
Actually,
begins now.
I gave Linus my 30-minute warning 10 minutes ago, so.
Are you friends with DavyJones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to say so. I mean, the extent of relationships with people is, it's minimal because we don't play video games together or like hang out, but yeah, we're friendly in chat, and he's like, provided some really nice advice to me over the past like year or two here and there and whatnot. We don't really talk strategy, but yeah. I gave him a really big hug when I saw him in Vegas. Nice guy.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get him on the stream. I think it would be fun to hear from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would.
I don't know what he thankful is. Interesting.
I am going to let Linus win a pot by calling here. Oy. You're welcome, buddy. Wow, set of force.
Hello? Question mark? Question.
Yeah, he's won like about a stack back off me. Stack and a half, maybe.
Wait, so like what's good heads up etiquette? Like when you're gonna leave, it's like a 30 minutes heads up. That's good enough.
I think a lot of people do it differently. I think most people just kind of leave whenever, as long as it's like not been too short. So like after like an hour, hour and a half, if you leave, that's okay. Like I think some people might think 2 hours is better. Personally for me, if you leave after an hour, it's okay. Or at least an hour, it's okay. Hour and a half, a little bit better. But if you win a bunch off someone, then you need to give them like a heads up. You know, like if you win like more than like 4 or 5 buy-ins within that hour or so, you need to give them like kind of a courtesy, like 15, 30 minutes, I think is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not like a rule or anything. But I appreciate when people do that to me, and so I try and do the same.
Oops.
Was that you, Yolan?
Just my girlfriend sending me something. I didn't know it was a video. That's fine.
Are you starting to blast some tunes to cheer up?
Must be nice to have a girlfriend.
Hey, what happened to Gabby? Give us the updates. We haven't heard from a while. For a while.
Yeah, so we kind of, I don't really remember where we left off, but we became pretty close for a bit. And I think we were both on the same page of what we wanted, roughly. But I kind of, I don't know, I kind of like, I missed the window, you know, a little bit. Like I was a little, there was a lot going on in my life. My grandfather died, and I was going through a big downswing, and I think, yeah, I just kind of missed the window to kind of just be my girlfriend. And then, so I spent a lot of time in San Diego, a couple months dealing with my grandfather's passing, and yeah, I don't know. And then we just kind of drifted a little bit. We would talk a little bit, and then we were supposed to like hang out a few times, and both of us just for whatever reason didn't happen. And then we just stopped talking. And then a couple days ago, she called me when I was asleep, and I haven't called her back because I just don't really know. I don't really know what to do there anymore. You know.
Yeah.
Like I still like her, but it's just transitory period of my life, and I don't really know. So yeah, I don't know.
Yolan, how long have you had a girlfriend?
I just want to see if she's watching the stream right now. Actually,
What are you gonna say about her?
He's like, which one?
no,
Yeah, which one?
what did you say?
Oh my god.
I just wrote in the chat. Actually, that's what's the issue.
Oh. Well, anyways, yeah, I miss Gabby. I miss her, but I think I miss like the idea of her more than her. You know,
Okay.
because like not that she's not great, but just that like I don't have the space for someone, I think, like to be like a serious boyfriend.
You mean the emotional bandwidth?
Yeah, a little bit of that, and just like time as well. Like I spend a lot of time playing poker, which is like horrible in relationships, and like being able to go out on dates and stuff, like occasionally, like I can do that, but like to be like a full-time boyfriend, like
Yeah.
I don't have that in me right now.
Yeah, that's difficult. I don't think it's fully related to poker. It's like if you're 100% into something, it's tougher in general. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's-
mean, there's that, but also like poker specifically, like it really messes with like your sleep schedule, you know? I think more than some other careers or jobs.
Yeah,
I
and
think
also
that
your
is
brain's
a
kind of
mix.
fucked up because it's on stimulation and dopamine every single time. So
1,000,000%. Yeah. Yeah,
and
you're
that's
just
also the reason why I
overstimulated.
like kind of play way less than before. Was just because I just feel it's tough for the brain.
Just misclicked versus Linus.
Do you play PLO?
Um, yeah, I've played PLO a few times. I don't really enjoy it so much. I think it's I don't prefer it. I don't like it as much as Got No Limit. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like one of those games that I can play for like a bit and then like never not play it for like a few more months, you know? Like it can be fun to play like some live or just a little bit of online splash around, but I don't actually enjoy the game. What about you?
Just a moment. I limp.
I check back.
Do you want me to bet or check?
You can bet.
This is so funny. You want me to raise or call?
Raise small.
Because I want to click, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna call.
Yeah, I wanted to see a small raise. Big raise gets pretty scary because I don't have kings or nines here. I think I made a small mistake on the turn. I should have bet a little bit bigger.
I'm gonna call. Doesn't matter. Now
The
he's gonna
turn or
shit.
on the river?
That's always so funny. Oh, I have nothing.
I thought about
You're
jamming.
ahead.
Oh my god.
You're ahead.
Hell yeah. Thin value bet, baby.
Yeah, it was very, very insane value bet indeed. That's a funny click. You know.
Oh, hi, Mark sent me a message. He said, tell Lama he needs to date guys. Problem solved. I don't know if he's volunteering, but yeah. That's what he
Date
said.
guys?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. My cousin recently moved in, and we're obviously not dating, but it does like scratch some of the social need or like having like we don't have to spend time together, you know, like a woman,
Yeah.
but like when we want to, we do. So like it's like it's kind of perfect.
But like, so usually if nobody's staying at your place, there would be like extended periods of time where like you wouldn't hang out with anyone.
Yeah, I think I did like 2 or 3 months without leaving the house actually, somewhat recently.
Easy, man. Why would you leave the comfort of your house?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of Uber Eats every day, and I had a gym at my house. I worked out at my house, and yeah, that was it, man. But I
Perfect.
don't think it was healthy for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead
mentally.
and call Davy here. I don't believe him. Ah, fuck! I changed my mind. I should fold. No! Ah!
Take your time.
Yeah,
Did they pay the blind? I think I got disconnected.
Sorry?
You left on button.
Really? Oh, God. That's fine.
So that's the life of Davy. He just sits down and starts printing immediately.
He flops the king while I flop the king.
He flops 3 kings, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you play Squid, Mama?
Yeah, I played plenty of Squid. A lot of app stuff mostly. Some live
Oh,
stuff occasionally.
You play Club BG?
Yeah. Yeah. I played a lot of Juice. Have you ever played Juice?
Juice?
Yeah, Juice Club.
What's the union?
It's not a union, it's just a singular high stakes club.
I don't know this one. Is it related to the guy we both know starting with the letter Z?
No.
Um,
No.
you can put me in. I'll be down.
Yeah. Do you like PLO?
A lot.
You do like PLO? Because I have some sick PLO spots that I can't play because I'm retarded.
Yeah, we can talk about it off stream. Will be cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
I have some games too.
Sure. Yeah, I'm down. I am down.
I'll be in LA, by the way, in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You go to LA sometimes?
I spend most of my time in Vegas if you are ever here. I don't spend too much time in LA. The Armenians ran me out after I said something bad.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah. I was paranoid for weeks. I was like patrolling my house with like my guns. I had a gun in every room. We're good now.
I do a break, I come back.
Yeah, I feel
What
like
was that?
Sorry, go ahead, Yolan. I think is he taking a break?
I think his internet's having issues actually.
Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say those LA people are built different. Even on my peasant stakes at 1-3, one day I joined the table and like there was this one guy. He was absolutely losing it on somebody else, and he was dead ass telling him at the table. He's like, "You in LA?" He's like, "You wouldn't last long. You wouldn't do very well." For freaking 1-3, dude. Like he took something personal and he was dead ass saying like he would just get rid of this guy. It was so bizarre.
Yeah, it's kind of spooky. Yeah, I'm such a pussy when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I fold like a fucking wet napkin. Like, you wanna go aggro? Like, okay, I'm gonna leave.
And people
No
are
need for
wise.
no need for the ego. Oh man, line is running hot now. What the fuck? Just as well, I'm leaving in 4 minutes.
Did you have any particular goal going into this Cash Game World Championship, or you just grinding and having fun?
It's kind of a dumb question. I want to fucking win, bro.
All right. More for the glory, or the Rolex is also pretty important?
I think I just kind of wanted to prove it to myself that I could have a better result than last year. I wasn't happy with my result last year. I think it was a combination of factors.
Yeah.
I think one thing was that like I wasn't taking it very seriously on one hand because it was quite small compared to what I was used to playing. And I also didn't respect my opponents enough, and I just wanted to play better this year and take it seriously and actually use it as like a proving grounds to myself of like how well I can do. Obviously, like a 20k hand sample, there's a lot of variance, so naturally I'm trying to keep that in mind. But I wanted to perform better outcome aside than I did last time. So, and naturally, like, I think that means that I might win if I do my best.
You're doing well so far. Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I think I'm like, what, 3 buy-ins EV or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a pretty rough day yesterday. I lost like 6 buy-ins or something. And then today, I think I'm up, but I'm not up that much. It's mostly heads up. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually been running good. I've been like getting coolered a lot. And I've been like running good in like the normal spots, but like the weird spots, like I've been running horrible in. So hopefully that kind of normalizes.
Are you happy with how you're playing?
To an extent, yeah. Not entirely. I think there are some things that I haven't been doing well. I think in some of these longer sessions, like I am on Reddit and like browsing around and, not paying attention to what's going on. There's a lot more going on a poker table than just, the board and your cards, right? Like people like if someone's tilted or, other things, I don't know, so not really entirely happy, but overall, yeah, I would say yes. Much better than last year. And I am treating my opponents with respect, which I think is one of my biggest weaknesses, is just being like, oh, this guy's retarded, and then not like respecting him where he's not retarded.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Davy is check raising me here. And I believe him. Wow. I turned a flush, checked it back for deception, and then I have a shit flush. Yeah, there's no way I can call. Nice hand, Davy. Whether he bluffed me or he didn't, I don't think I'm supposed to call my.
Yeah, I feel like when rating your own play, obviously, like we don't play the same level, but it's kind of hard to be objective sometimes. Like nobody will finish a poker session and then have won every single hand and be like, oh yeah, no, I played flawless. Like there's always going to be mistakes. And then it's hard to not be result oriented.
What the fuck is that, Linus? You motherfucker.
Oof. That is sick.
That's an interesting hand.
How old are you, by the way?
What was that?
How old are you?
28.
Or 20?
28.
Oh, 28.
Yeah. Well, he just gets aces versus my ace king. Okay, buddy. Holy moly, Davy Rolly.
Joanna, you're gonna watch UFC 3-2?
Nah, probably not. I don't think I stay up that late.
I'll definitely watch the fight. But how can I watch it in Europe? I think I will just go on like the Russian Google.
Yeah, if you don't want to pay for the pay-per-view or whatever.
I can pay, but like I don't know where and stuff.
You could Google it.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, you can just Google how to watch in this country, and then boom. But yeah, most people, I think nowadays, like there's a lot of people streaming.
I'm occupied giving my stack to Llama.
I used to follow UFC super closely. It's just like so bad hours. It's like basically Central European time is like 4 a.m. until 7 a.m. and then you're just cooked for the rest of like the Sunday and then into the next week.
You don't have to watch it live, do you?
I think you kind of do like just the VOD services here are like complete trash. It's hard to avoid spoilers, and then big part of the hype is I think watching live. So yeah, I completely stopped following UFC. I just like wake up and I watch highlights on Reddit. That's it.
Yeah, I've never been much of a sports guy myself. Although I did watch a little bit of Worlds. I don't know if you guys follow League of Legends at all.
You said sports and you say League of Legends. That's interesting.
Well,
I was
also
sure.
sport.
Yeah, I was sure you were gonna mention something like traditional sports.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, no, I watched some esports. I mean, I just don't find regular sports relevant to me because I don't play them. I don't really know the game.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch clips occasionally, and like if other people are like really excited about a game, like I might get excited, but not really, you know.
I saw Faker won again, right?
Yeah, Faker's so it's just so nice to see someone be so dominant for so long, you know, like especially in a game where like, you know, like you can age out so easily, right? Because of the like young kids coming in. Like I think like in Fortnite, like a fucking 12-year-old or some shit like won, you know? But yeah, League of Legends, like everyone else has just kind of faded away from Faker's time, except Faker, you know? And that's just so nice to see. And I don't know, I legitimately like I teared up. Like I was just so happy to. I don't know. I'm a total Faker glazer, man. I love Faker.
I think on one hand I appreciate the longevity, but at the same time I don't like if somebody is like too dominant for like a long time. I prefer if it's like more like open competition or like there is at least some sort of rivalries. You know, I think rivalries are
there's
the best.
There's rivalries and like
okay.
And like don't get me wrong, like you know, like he hasn't like won everything. He's just won worlds. Like he's like lost in other spots and he's done really well in best of 5 series, but like he did have like a slump or two, and they were even like there was even like a period of time where like he wasn't even the main mid laner or like he was like an alternate. And that was like really hard for me to see, and like I don't know, just seeing him just I don't know. It's just nice.
Well, you're a true fan, dude. You need to get like the jersey and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing him win. You know, I care. I care. I don't know why I care, but I do. You know, I get excited.
I think it's fun to have at least like one thing you follow. Like for me, it used to be UFC. Then at some point I followed F1, and these days I really got into basketball. And I'm legit watching the games of my team like every other day when they're playing. It's fun. Like you have something to look forward to, and then you watch it, and then it changes your mind from like your usual thing that you're doing, your grind and stuff. It's super important, I think, to have something like this.
Yeah, I think you know there's something to be said about that, and like also belonging to something bigger than yourself a little bit, almost like religion. Not to go too far, but just like having like a larger community, and some of that is like reflected in sports, I think. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's like the only quote unquote athlete that I give a shit about. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a break and probably just quit playing today. I've played a couple thousand hands already.
All right.
We're gonna stop also.
Thanks for hanging out. And if you have any shout outs.
No. Nice talking.
All right. Have a good day or night or laters.
Yeah.
All right, Yolan, it's just you and I.
Yeah, I'll just like give my blinds and leave. I think I left button.
Give your blinds. You mean you're gonna battle until you're supposed to be the big blind again? Did you salvage the session a little bit?
Just a moment. I'm folding. Spade. Oh no, okay. I was just like flipping for the button. I'll talk a bit after.
3.5x.
That's close.
He has an ace. Even on these ones, you cannot run good. Jesus Lord.
Yeah, honestly, Tuesday was really rough, but there's not many things I can do. I just have eights, and last time I had these.
It's really not that many hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's with the sample size we are playing anyway. Like you can be on the top or on the bottom. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many things you can do anyway. We can check that. Yeah. What? Oh, I say spade, well, that's me anyway, so. Makes sense. Plus tens. Maybe we can win a pots.
You watch World's last 5 years. I muted myself, by the way, to Yolan, so don't bother him while he's playing. But yeah, you guys hear me on the stream. You can bond with Lama, Davy, in the chat. Where can I find current leaderboard again? You can see the X/Twitter of Poker Strategy on the right side. EN Poker Strategy. If you go there, there is daily updates and a link to the leaderboards. I'll bring it up after we part ways.
Should be down around like 5 brains total, I think.
Happens. I hope you run better in your next sessions.
Fine. It's fine.
DavyJones and Linus, one last dance. 3-bet blind versus blind. No, it just folds. Ace-5 suited. Oh my god. All right, Yolan, it's been a pleasure, sir.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I'll try to run better next time. But I don't know if I will have like much time to play because like playing at this time is not the best for me. It usually should be on the day. But every time I can play, there's not many tables. So. I don't know, and I don't run that well, so it's a bit tilting to just play and lose, you know, especially for this 10k now. So
yeah,
we'll see anyway. I guess it's fun playing.
Thank you for being on, and if you have any shout-outs, go right ahead. You're always welcome to come back as well. Like anytime you send me a message if you want to do a stream.
What's shout-out means in French?
Dédicace.
Oh, to Johan? I don't know. I have no imagination. I'm just tired now.
Okay.
Shout out to Lama running good. I will quit like Lama is quitting shots, you know. Okay.
All right. Oh, you just snap left Lama style. Oh my god. That's too funny. All right. Big shout out to our guests today. We had BenaBadBeat join us for a while, Yolan Cohen, and then Lama. 3 fantastic guests. Had a really fun time actually with those guys today. One of the most fun stream I think we've had. Big love to all our viewers who tuned in, interacted, and hung out with us. Jay Scott, I was told to specifically not share the direct link to the leaderboards. I think the goal is that, you know, some of y'all follow the social media account and then click on the link from there. So I encourage you to do that. If you do find a link eventually, you could bookmark that and then open it from there. So yeah, thank you guys. That's it for now. We're back tomorrow with more action. Tomorrow we've got... Actually, let me check my calendar real quick. There's a chance I might do a stream earlier tomorrow with a friend of mine. That's you know, is pretty good at theory. So if there is games like around noon, I think we might go live and do that for a while. But otherwise, at 7 p.m. there is the VIP game, which will involve. I'll double check. So I'll give the exact info. The VIP game will have Linus because he lost the most in the first week. Christwin because he ran the worst, so he's the most under EV in the first week. Rig Deck because he played the most hands. And then Lama because he streamed for 3 hours yesterday. And then, of course, we'll have the VIP himself. And then there's also going to be the winner of the hand voting, which is happening on the Twitter, where there was 3 hands that were submitted. They are anonymous, and whichever one gets voted for the most will be featured or will get a seat in the VIP game. Thank you so much, guys. Much love, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Peace.